I said.
I'm trying.
What'd you do?
I'm sorry.
Let's face it, accidents happen, especially during winter in Iowa. Don't let it get you down. Whenever you get in an accident this winter, visit the auto body experts at Details Plus Collision Center in Indianola. They'll work with your insurance company to get your vehicle repaired quickly and back on the road. Details Plus Collision Center in Indianola.
Run Bobby to basketball, pick up Susie from dance. If your calendar sounds like this, you need to let the professionals at Van Manen, Seatstra, Meyer, and Nickel help you with your income taxes. And erase one thing from your schedule this year. They offer a convenient drop-off service, so you won't have to sit through an appointment. Just drop off your tax information between 8 and 6, Monday through Friday, or 8 to noon on Saturdays, and they'll prepare your tax returns in about a week. Then come back at your convenience to sign and file the returns.
Save time and gain peace of mind with Van Manen, Seatstra, Meyer, and Nickel.
This is Kim at the Fairfield Inn and Suites in Oskaloosa, inviting you to come stay with us. We're a brand new facility that boasts state-of-the-art amenities coupled with the local charm of Oskaloosa. Our pool and fitness center is open to our guests, and free breakfast will start your day off right. Call and book with us today or use our Marriott Bonvoy app. We look forward to seeing you.
It's another red-hot weekend at Hy-Vee, and we want to help you get stocked up for the big game with our big beverage sale this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. 24 packs of Busch Light are just $21.99. Get select varieties of 12-ounce Red Bull cans for just $2.48. A 24-pack of Hy-Vee One-Step Water is $1.99, and 7-Up 2 liters are 2 for $3. Stop in for our red-hot weekend big beverage sale this Friday through Sunday at Hy-Vee, home of the best beef in America.
U.S. Cellular has always believed that connection is the greatest gift of all. That's why we're giving everyone one line for $29.99 a month with unlimited data this holiday season. That's right, one line, unlimited data for just $29.99 a month. That's more than a great deal. That's locally grown connection from U.S. Cellular. Limited time offer, terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
Come check out America's locally grown wireless at U.S. Cellular. Visit Strawberry Cellular, a U.S. Cellular authorized agent located at 826 Main Street in Pella.
Not all used vehicles are created equal. DeYarman certified used vehicles have a big advantage. What sets us apart is that all used vehicles receive a 175-point inspection, Carfax report, 2 oil changes, collision deductible coverage, wheel dent windshield repair, and repel shield. Also, all DeYarman certified come with 2 warranties, 1 year 12,000-mile bumper to bumper, and a 2-year 100,000-mile powertrain. DeYarman Ford Indianola, DeYarman Automotive Knoxville, DeYarmanAuto.com.
Hormel Foods in Knoxville is hiring. Make up to $26.60 an hour in maintenance and $20.95 for operations. All night positions will receive a shift differential. Employees will be offered a referral program up to $1,500. Children of employees will get a free 2-year college education, and all employees will receive compressive benefits, medical, dental, and prescription coverage, paid vacation and holidays, and 401 match pension and profit sharing. Apply today at HormelJobsKnoxville.com.
Welcome back here on KNIA and KRLS to the Cabinet Design Appella Radio Postgame Show. Cabinet Design Appella, they expand and enhance your ideas beyond your expectations. Call Mike Blom, the Cabinet Guy, at Cabinet Design of Pella. And just realized I didn't get the final score put in here for the group chat, so we'll do that real quickly here. And you can hear in the background the senior night festivities going on for Pella Christian. But at Cabinet Design of Pella, they expand and enhance your ideas beyond your expectation. Call Mike Blom, the Cabinet Guy, at Cabinet Design of Pella. A great game here for the girls of Pella Christian. We'll be talking to Indianola head coach Jeff Jansen about this contest here in a minute as festivities roll on. But before we do that, let's take a look at tonight's final stats presented by the Verdeft Agency. Jocelyn Terpstra finishes the game with 13 points. Faith Kakmarinsky had 8. Carly Anderson with 12 points, all coming in the second half. 2 points for Anna Eveland, 8 for Chloe Heisman, 5 for Maggie Heinen. And so that's your scoring breakdown for Pella Christian. For Indianola, 1 second here. Just got to make sure we get everybody credited with the right number of points here. So Emily Naughton finishes with, I believe it was 31. I think I missed a bucket in there for her. She finished with 31 following those free throws. Double check that here momentarily. Zoe Belt finishes with 7, 4 points for Bren Bishop, 4 points for Dana Blake, 7 points for Lauren Olson, and that is the scoring breakdown for Indianola. We'll double check on Emily Naughton's numbers here real quick, just to make sure that we got that all correct. It is not, so Naughton finished with 29. So just making sure we got that all straightened out. But those are tonight's final stats presented by the Verduft Agency. Let Chad, Lance, or Larry examine your stats and customize an insurance plan for you. The Verduft Agency providing complete courteous service to the Pella area for nearly 100 years. We're going to take a time out. We'll talk to head coach of the Indianola girls squad, Jeff Jansen, right after this on KNIA and KRLS.
Downey Tire Pros has been proudly serving the local Indianola area since 1992. Downey Tire Pros understands that getting your car fixed or buying new tires can be overwhelming. Let them help you choose from their large selection of tires featuring the top quality brands and tires that fit your needs and budget. They also feature a lifetime road hazard warranty on every tire, giving you peace of mind throughout the life of your tires. So let them earn your business and stop in today or schedule an appointment at Downey Tire Pros in Indianola, where they install peace of mind.
Vision for Less has delivered free same-day speed for over 30 years because our local lens labs are full of experienced and passionate lab techs, not to mention advanced equipment needed for the job. Simply put, your glasses can be ready the same day at no additional cost to you. On top of that, nobody beats our everyday low prices. Get 2 pairs single vision starting under $40 or 2 pairs of progressive starting under $80. Your time is valuable and quality comes faster than you think when you shop at Vision for Less.
This is Dr. Tim Yoder with Tri-County Veterinary Clinic. February is National Pet Dental Month, and I'd like to encourage you to schedule an oral exam for your pet. All of our dental services are discounted during the month of February, including cleaning of the teeth, polishing of the teeth, and dental surgery where needed. Call today to schedule your pet's oral checkup at 628-4040 for Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella, where your pet's good health is our #1 concern.
They're the veterinarians.
Yes, we are. We're the peterinarians.
They take care of pets because they love them.
Are you looking for a job that offers flexibility, competitive wages, and a chance to be part of a great team? Look no further than Z's Eatery and Draft House. Z's is a locally owned restaurant and bar that is currently hiring servers, hosts, dishwashers, and part-time line cooks. They offer competitive wages, flexible scheduling, and a great atmosphere. If you have a passion for food, drinks, and hospitality, come join the team at Z's Eatery and Draft House in Indianola, where friends become family.
Why should you consider a career at Vermeer? Welder Wesley Jensen found something at Vermeer that he's never had at any other job, a manager that he likes.
I've never liked a manager at any job that I've ever had, but my manager's pretty cool, you know, he's always putting little things together for like Thanksgiving. We all brought in stuff and kind of shared food and kicked back, had a long lunch, you know, and shake everybody's hands and let them know that everybody's doing good. Like, that's pretty cool.
Start the search for your career at Vermeer by visiting vermeer.com/careers.
The wipers in the car go swish, 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 swish. The wipers in the car go swish, swish, swish. That's Central Tire and Auto.
Winter brings slushy, sleety, icy weather that's even more annoying if your wipers can't keep your windshield clean. For tires, front-end work, their no-appointment oil change, full mechanical work on your vehicle, and the important little things like new wipers, stop and see Sean DeWard and his crew next to Walmart in Pella.
Welcome back here on KNIA and KRLS to the Cabin Design Appella Radio post-game show. With our continuing coverage of Iowa High School athletics, we're joined now by head coach of the Indianola girls basketball squad, Jeff Jansen. And Coach, a very competitive game here with Pella Christian. We'll start with that first half. Emily Naughton, 20 points in the first half. Phenomenal effort from her against the Eagles. What can you say about what she was able to give you guys tonight?
I don't know if I've ever seen Emily score at all 3 levels of the court like she did in that first half, whether she was finishing around the rim, getting her mid-range game going, or I believe it was 4 3-pointers there in the first half, and she really had it cooking there, and we needed it without a doubt with how everything played out in the second half. But again, that's our senior leader. There's a reason why
she's up for some awards this year, and there's a reason why she should be on first team all-conference after tonight, because that's been her all year, and this is probably her best game all year.
Yeah, she was phenomenal tonight, and it was a game where a huge momentum swing for you guys, because you're coming off that tough loss by 3 points, which ironically is the same score here tonight, to Pella on Tuesday, and you guys don't have a game again until the following Saturday with either Norwalk or Bondurant Farrar. Just how big was that to pick up this win tonight for you guys?
It was huge, and we're playing rotations and girls that have never been in that situation. When Lauren Olson follows out, I have to give a huge shout out to Abby Kluver and Tessa Grip. Those girls have played primarily JV the whole season, and to put them in those moments with the game on the line, that's huge. And really proud of those two. Really proud of our girls for staying the course and making sure to finish with a victory tonight. And by no means was it easy, though.
Yeah, you led me right to where I wanted to go next. You guys were playing a little short-handed. Lauren Olson fouled out, as you mentioned. Jillian Smith not able to play in this game due to an injury sustained, I believe, earlier in the week. You said at Pella, and it took all 7-8 girls tonight in the contest for you guys to get this one done. What about that next man up mentality or next girl up mentality were you most impressed with tonight from your girls?
Yeah, again, our three girls off the bench are freshmen, and those three have dedicated so much this whole season to playing together. We haven't had the most success on the JV, but those three have improved so much and earned the right. And I'm so thankful that they've stayed positive. They've stayed part of this team, and I'm glad they got the opportunity tonight. And it wasn't pretty, and they're absolutely they look like freshmen at times, but those three again couldn't be happier with the effort that they gave tonight.
Yeah, and second half, it was a little bit more challenging. Shots weren't falling like they were in the first half. Pella Christian was able to knock down some more shots. They gave you all that you guys could really handle tonight. What were they doing so well that kind of put you guys in some binds there in the second half and really made that game a little more stressful than it felt like it would have been after the first half?
Yeah, well, their best players shine tonight. Terpstra had a great game. Carly Anderson, holy cow, I don't know if she ended up with 4 or 5 3-pointers and shot the ball really well, and they kind of got to the lane whenever they wanted to. And that was a point of emphasis. I thought we were good on it in the first quarter, and then for the next 3 quarters, Pella Christian was able to drive right around us every single time, and that's not good enough. And I'm excited that we have that on film. I know that this was a good wake-up call for our girls in a couple aspects, but again, to be in a late-game situation like this, up, to blow a lead, but then also to execute at the end of the game to win was huge for our team.
Yeah, and you talk about some of those things that will need to be cleaned up ahead of postseason play. How do you guys go about doing that here over the course of the next couple days with practices to make sure that those things are ready to go and tightened up by regionals?
Yeah, well, 2 games in 3 days is rough. In our conference especially. So to play Tuesday night, turnaround play on Thursday is rough, and you saw the fatigue on some of our girls tonight for sure. But I'm excited to get shots up tomorrow. The girls deserve a little respite, and then we're going to go full bore all next week, preparing for Norwalk or preparing for Bondurant Farrar, and it's going to be a completely different style game in terms of the up-tempo-ness, some of the post play that we'll see potentially from those two teams. So I'm excited to get together with my staff and implement a good game plan heading into next Saturday, and I know our girls are going to be chomping at the bit. Every team 0-0, and we're ready to get back to the drawing board here moving forward.
Absolutely. Congrats, Coach, on a hard-fought 51-48 win over Pella Christian tonight, and best of luck come postseason play, whether that be Norwalk or Bondurant Farrar.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. That was head coach of the Indianola girls basketball team, Jeff Jansen, here on KNIA, powered by Hy-Vee. We'll be back here on 92.1 KRLS and 94.3 KNIA with one final segment of the Cabot Design Pella radio postgame show right after this.
As interest rates continue to rise, 0% interest sounds even better, don't you think? At Bruxford's Home Center, we're offering 0% interest for 24 months on any bedding, furniture, or flooring purchases of $1,999 or more made by March 31st. Monthly payments are required. Just stop in and ask any of our sales associates for details. 0% financing is available right now on bedding, furniture, and flooring at Bruxford's Home Center in Pella.
Randall Roofing is proud to sponsor the Raise the Roof moment of the game and support our local teams.
Carly Anderson three-pointer, and Carly Anderson with another three. Let's call that tonight's Randall Roofing Raise the Roof moment of the game. When the moment arises and it's time for a new roof, think Randall Roofing, as Carly Anderson gives the Eagles their biggest lead of the game.
When it's time for a new roof, think Randall Roofing. Find us on Facebook or visit randallroofs.com. Thinking new roof? Think Randall Roofing.
Welcome back one final time on the Kevin Design Pella Radio postgame show here on KNIA and KRLS. Hormel Foods Radio key play and player of the game. I'm going to go maybe a little bit off the mind track because it kind of flew under the radar in my opinion. I'm going Carly Anderson for our player of the game tonight. 12 points on the second half, 4 3-pointers after halftime. Big 12 points there from Carly Anderson. And I'm going to say the play of the game for the Eagles was just their ability to attack the basket, something we haven't necessarily seen them do all year. That's our Hormel Foods Radio key play and player of the game. For Indianola, our key player is pretty obvious. Emily Naughton, 29 points. Or DeArmond Ford Radio key player of the game, I should say. 29 points, 8 of 9 in the first half for 20. She was fantastic all night long, and I would say her 2 free throws there at the end to make it a 3-point game was the key play for Indianola. I don't know if you have any objections to those two things.
I mean, I fully agree. I think for Pella Christian was Carly Anderson's show, especially in the second half. I think you got to give a little bit of credit to Maggie Heinen and to Anna Evelyn as they started driving the basket a little bit more. And so, if they can continue to do that and get a few other people to do that as well, those shots are there. Yeah, you might not make the basket, but you're going to get to the free throw line if you just have the confidence to do that. We've been preaching it all year. I know the coach has been preaching it to them, but maybe they finally saw it a little bit tonight, and maybe they'll pick up on that as they go into tournament time and are able to do those kind of things. So I think that was a big key to the way they played. On the other end, Naughton had just a phenomenal first half and just really took control of the game and just put the team on her shoulders and got a big lead for them, and that we were able to hang on. I think if you're going to look at a play of the game for Indianola, I gotta look at the fact that they were trying to run clock, and I'm still not a big fan of running that clock. I don't care how big a lead you got until you get down in the last couple of minutes. I don't like taking the air out of the ball. I like staying aggressive, and I think that when they quit being aggressive, all of a sudden Pella Christian just kept creeping back in and got a little confidence, and you just, when they get into 4A tournament time, they can't afford that. They're going to have to stay aggressive.
That they are. That's our Hormel Foods Radio key play and player of the game. Looking for a key to your new career, visit HormelJobsKnoxville.com. And that has been our DeArmond Ford Radio key play and player of the game. You'll enjoy doing business with DeArmond Ford and DeArmondFord.com. The road ahead presented by Pella Motors for Pella Christian. Regular season's over for them. Saturday versus Cardinal here inside the Pella Christian High School gym on Eagle Lane. 6:30 pregame for that, 7 o'clock tip-off on 92.1 KRLS. Andrew Schneider will be on the call for that one. I'll be across town calling the Central versus Luther doubleheader. So Andrew will have that one, and then it'll follow the Central doubleheader. So for India, that's the road ahead presented by Pella Motors for the Pella Christian girls. You'll drive away happy. That's the Pella Motors guarantee. The road ahead presented by Downey Tire Pros for Indianola. The girls, that's the end of the regular season for them, too. They will next compete on Saturday, February 18th against either Norwalk or Bondurant Farrar. That game tips off, I believe, at 8 p.m. is what I saw from Andrew Swadner.
Must be a doubleheader
today.
Yeah.
Well, I think that there was another thing that was going on in Indianola, too. So they'll take on the winner of Norwalk and Bondurant Farrar. That game will be on 94.3 KNIA. Again, Andrew Swadner and Rick Wilson will be back on the call for that one. So tune in for that one. That's the road ahead presented by Downey Tire Pros. Locally owned Downey Tire Pros, your home for a hassle-free service in Indianola. In closing, presented by Lighton State Bank. Go strong with us. Phenomenal start to this doubleheader as the Eagles and Indians play within 3 points there. Pella Christian with a big second half to nearly come back. But that's been In Closing, presented by Light and Stay Bank. You've been listening to the Cabinet Design Appella radio postgame show. At Cabinet Design Appella, they expand and enhance your ideas beyond your expectation. Call Mike Blum, the cabinet guy at Cabinet Design Appella. Switching over to the boys game after this on KNIA, KRLS, and the Pella Christian YouTube channel. Back after this.
Never know how.
Napa and Indianola has these February deals. Napa Extended Life Antifreeze and Coolant, just $11.99 each. And Napa Green Antifreeze and Coolant, $10.99 each. And they have oil, too. Napa Premium Performance Oil, $18.99. And Valvoline Full Synthetic Advanced Motor Oil, $39.99. These and other great deals at the Napa store in Indianola.
Never know how.
Calvin Orthopedics and Sports Medicine gives you access to experienced board-certified surgeons that will work to get you back in the game. They treat patients from across Iowa, including right here in Indianola. If pain is leaving you unable to enjoy your favorite outdoor activities, Calvin Orthopedics has an office right down the road inside the Indianola Specialty Clinic. Call today at 515-440-2676 or use the convenient online tool to request an appointment. Don't go another day letting that nagging injury or soreness keep you on the sidelines. Let Calvin Orthopedics and Sports Medicine work on getting you back in the game. We all know living in Iowa, the winter weather is never consistent. 1 minute warm, the next cold. Are you prepared for the ups and downs this winter? If not, you better take your vehicle to Keller's. Keller's Garage in Indianola can make sure your vehicle is ready for any chaos winter might bring by making sure it's performing at its best. And don't forget about your tires. Keller's Garage can make sure you have the proper tread on your tires to make sure you're not left slipping and sliding when Mother Nature shows up. Make sure you're ready for Iowa winter by simply taking it to Keller's Garage in Indianola. When shopping around for your internet provider, convenience is key. IMU Fiber's local community-focused customer care reduces wait time for support, improves response time for service issues, brings hometown values to broadband services. IMU Fiber delivers a better broadband experience to Indianola homes and businesses. Utilizing a future-proof fiber network platform, they provide unmatched reliability so their customers will experience fewer service slowdowns and interruptions. Did I mention no contracts, no data caps, and no fine print? Just great service from people you know. IMU Fiber in Indianola.
Check out these hot deals at your Indianola Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee orange or apple juice, just 99 cents a bottle. Small avocados, 49 cents each. Philadelphia cream cheese, 2 for $5. Nabisco snack crackers, toasted chips or Teddy Grahams, 2 for $5. Gatorade, Propel or G-Fit, 3 bottles for $4. And 3 for $12 with a purchase of 3 Pepsi products. This week at your Indianola Hy-Vee.
Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle.
It's the new year. Are you ready for a new job? If you're tired of sitting at a desk or doing the same repetitive factory job every single day, Sean would love to have you on the team at Meninga Pest Control to kill people's bugs. You're out and about every day. Different houses, different businesses, different jobs, killing people's bugs. Sean will even train you to make sure that you get the proper certification to kill those bugs. Interested? You know the number to call.
Call 628-3198. Meninga Pest Control.
Jerry and Lucy Ellis of Pella recently built a new home with the help of Mike Blum with Cabinet Design and Wood Harbor Cabinetry. Lucy says Mike's showroom has options for any taste or budget.
I hadn't looked at tile or ceramic or anything like that for many years, and my goodness, the choices that you have, it's mind-boggling. But we love it. He has a very, very nice showroom.
Hi, I'm Mike Blom, the cabinet guy. Cabinet Design of Pella, where we expand and enhance your ideas beyond your expectations.
Hey there, do you like things that offer lots of value but don't cost anything? So do we. This is why Ulrich Ford Lincoln & Pella now offers a lifetime powertrain warranty, free of charge with the purchase of a new Ford, Lincoln, or pre-owned vehicle, less than 6 model years old, under 100,000 miles. And lifetime means lifetime. As long as you own your vehicle, it's covered. Get more details today at ulrichford.com or stop by to chat with one of our friendly sales consultants. Just one more way. Ulrich Ford Lincoln & Pella is taking care of you.
Welcome back here to the pregame show for the Pella Christian and Indianola boys, and we're hoping that the boys game brings just as much excitement as the girls game did. Again, Indianola with a big 51-48 win ahead of the postseason. Do have our first driver cellular instant radio update of the night. Knoxville boys trail number 1 in Class 4A Bondurant Farrar, 24-17. 24-15. Sorry, they trail 40-26 at halftime to 4A number 1 Bondurant Farrar.
They're 3A, aren't they, boys?
I think they're 4A is what I thought. I think I saw.
Not in boys.
Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong.
Their girls are 4A.
That could be true. But Knoxville trails 40-26 at halftime. Also, Pleasantville and Sadell are tied at 28 at halftime of the. I don't know which game that is. But we'll see what we get from that one. But our Hormel Foods radio keys to the game for Pella Christian the boys tonight. I think the Eagles boys gotta have more fight than they did the other night. They gotta find that will to win.
Well,
that was lacking on Tuesday.
They were just totally, what should I say, out of sync Tuesday night. They just could not find any rhythm. They didn't pass the ball where it needed to go. They tried to play fast but were out of control. They just, very much similar to the first game of the year where they were trying to go really fast but couldn't get any control. They just did not get anything done the way they should have.
Yeah, absolutely true. That's our Hormel Foods radio keys to the game. Looking for a key to your new career, visit HormelJobsKnoxville.com. The DeArmond Ford radio keys to the game for Indianola. Honestly, I don't have a great feel for the Indianola boys. I'm just going to say don't fall into the trap because you're already so far ahead. Yeah, you've clinched the conference. You've only lost 2 games on the season at this point. It wouldn't necessarily, it doesn't feel like it'd be the end of the world to drop one. Just don't fall into the trap and don't believe that.
That's right. I mean, you've clinched the conference. Pella Christian's going to want to, they're a couple guys short, so it's going to be a tough task for them to pull off the upset, but they're going to want to beat you because they kind of feel like they let one get away down at Indianola where they maybe had a chance to win that game and didn't get it done. So, they're going to come and try to get some revenge here on their home floor, but you're the better team. You've got the conference won. Play loose, have fun, don't get hurt, get yourself ready for the postseason.
Yep, that's our DeArmond Ford radio keys to the game. You'll enjoy doing business with DeArmond Ford and DeArmondFord.com. Colors of the game presented by De Blumenhof. For Indianola, it's the road purple uniforms with white numbers, gold trim. For Pella Christian, white, the home white uniforms with maroon numbers and yellow trim. That is the colors of the game presented by De Blumenhof, the connoisseur of colors. You'll truly get what you pay for, and at De Blumenhof in Pella, you'll get your colors worth. Game time temperature presented by Van Haften Plumbing and Heating. It is still 33 degrees outside. While it's only 33 degrees outside, it's nice and comfortable inside the Pella Christian High School gym. If your home isn't staying comfortable during this cold Iowa winter, call on the heating and cooling experts at Van Haften Plumbing and Heating in Pella. You'll rest easy when you pick up the phone and hear
Van Haften.
Starting lineups presented by Godfather's Pizza Express in Indianola for the Indianola boys, who I got to get their stat sheet up here. It will be number 5, a senior guard, Braden Dre. A senior guard, number 20, Brady Blake. A senior guard, number 14, Casey Glasscock. A senior forward, number 22, Drew Kingery. And a senior center, number 23, Charlie Wilmot. Those are tonight's starting lineups presented by Godfather's Pizza Express in Indianola. They'll have the right starting lineup for any situation, offering both takeout and sit-down dining. Come in for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or get a pizza to share with the family at Godfather's Pizza Express. Starting lineups presented by Minninga Pest Control for your Pella Christian Eagles. It's senior night here, so Dane Geetings, number 23, the lone senior the lone non-senior starter, wearing number 23 as a junior. The seniors tonight that are starting, it'll be a senior guard number 4, Jack Fancher. Senior guard number 10, Isaac Kakmarinsky. Senior guard number 15, Aiden Stoltz. And senior guard number 25, Lincoln Vandermolen. Those are tonight's starting lineups presented by Minninga Pest Control. Sean and his team, they want to kill your bugs.
Call 628-3198. Minninga Pest Control.
You're listening to Pella Christian and Indianola basketball, powered by Bank Iowa on 92.1 FM KRLS, Knoxville Pella, and KRLS HD1 Knoxville Pella. Tonight's opening tip presented by Dutch Mill Supply, your only locally owned lumberyard and building material supplier, won by Indianola. It's a turnaround shot by number 22, Drew Kingery. It's off the mark, and that's how this contest gets started. As Pella Christian gets a stop on the first possession, Isaac Kakmarinsky knocks down a three. And I believe that might be his first of the season. He doesn't shoot a lot of them.
Yeah, he doesn't get a lot of minutes anyway, and then he knocks down the three to start the game. So nice start for him, and a good defensive start for Pella Christian as Kingery missed that little shot in the lane.
Yeah, and it's Brady Blake kicking back to number 5, Dre. Ball knocked out of bounds by the Eagles. He was looking for Charlie Wilmot. Good start here to this contest.
Well, I don't think Kingery played the time they played together, or played the first time.
Yeah, he was injured the last time. Dane Geetings nearly with a steal there, but Indianola able to get the ball back. Glasscock with it, kicks to Dre. Dre back to Glasscock. Glasscock gonna fire one up, and he banks it home at the buzzer.
Well,
that was a line drive.
Yeah, he just fired it trying to hit the rim.
Yeah, Jack Fancher kicks to Dane Geetings. Lincoln Vandermolen open look from the wing. Lincoln Vandermolen, he'll respond with a triple. And they called the Glasscock shot a 2.
Yeah,
so 6-2, Pella Christian on top, 6.5 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, and that I might not have the best angle, but it sure looked like he was behind the line to me.
Yeah, I'd have to see it again. Aiden Stoltz deflects the shot of Braden Dre there. They just made it a 3 now, so 6-3 is the score. Dane Geetings is going to drive. He'll flip up a shot. No good. Rebounded by Glasscock. Indianola the other way. And it's Kingery pulling up. He drives. Kicks to Brady Blake. And Blake is pushed by Geetings.
Pretty frantic pace by both teams right now. I have it going really hard.
Yeah, and looks like we got conversation here at the scores table.
The coach wanted him to check on that three-pointer, and it was already up there, so
yeah.
I don't think he realized it.
Yeah, which is understandable. First foul of the game there for either team, 6-3. Christian on top of Indianola, and it'll be Brady Blake inbounding to Charlie Wilmot. Back to Blake, and Blake was out of bounds, and they didn't call it.
I think he had his foot down. I think he got his second foot down.
Say
Coach doesn't like it. Coach
yeah.
Moore don't like it, but I think he had his foot down in time.
Braden Dre starts the ball movement. Kingery gonna fire a 3. It's off the mark, rebounded by Vandermolen. Aiden Stoltz gonna kick back to Vandermolen, 3 from the wing. That one off the mark. Isaac Kakmarinsky with a hustle. Put back. He's got a quick 5.
They're playing like his older brother David did around the basket. Get the ball back off the rebound and right back up in the hoop.
Well, Coach Bohr said it with the senior night comments is Kakmarinsky forces the first turnover of the game there by the Indians. He just is a competitor, and he's showing that tonight. Jack Fancher kicks cross court to Dane Geetings. Gives to Lincoln Vandermolen, back to Geetings. Geetings kicks to Jack Fancher, open look from 3. Jack Fancher knocks it down. Randall Roofing, raise the roof, moment of the game. Jack Fancher puts the Eagles up 11-3, 4:55 to go in the first quarter. As the Eagles coming out firing here, in a vision for last time out by Coach Ebling and Indianola. And wow, what a start for the Pella Christian boys. Now granted, you got to take it into consideration that I don't think you'll be able to sustain this rate of shooting, but wow.
But number one, they're making their shots. But again, they're using energy now that they did not have at all against DCG the other night. There was none of this kind of energy in the game. So,
well, and in fact, this was used against them.
Yeah.
This was the
DCG
type of energy DCG had.
Yeah, exactly.
It was 9-0 before Pella Christian. It felt like ever blinked. And so this game, huge difference for the Eagles here in this one, as we got our first substitution. Jack Fancher out of the game for Isaiah Breams. Here, Braden Dre gonna fire a three. He'll knock it down from the right wing. A big response there.
Good answer
by Indianola.
Yeah.
Aiden Stoltz with the basketball. Kicks to Isaiah Breams. Now to Isaac Kagmerinsky to Aiden Stoltz. Stoltz with a jab step. Drives, spins, kicks back out to Vandermolen. Vandermolen was looking for Kagmerinsky. Ball nearly tipped by Glasscock. Vandermolen able to retain the possession. Aiden Stoltz, 9 on the shot clock. He'll drive right at Wilmot, and Wilmot will turn it away.
6 seconds on the shot clock, so Pella Christian's got to get a shot up reasonably quick here, but it was a nice drive by Stoltz, but Indianola was right there to knock it out of his hands and out of bounds.
Yeah, and
nice
Isaiah
pass.
Breams with the finish off the nice pass from Aiden Stoltz for substitutions into the game for Indianola as well. Dakota Heimbaugh and Bennett Brick into the game. And Kingery goes to the basket and gets blocked again. The Eagles running the other way. Isaiah Breams will pull up. No. Isaac Kagmerinsky
draws a foul
is
on the rebound.
fouled on the rebound.
Yep. In good position there on that weak side, went up, got the ball, and if it would have been nice to see him go up and catch and shoot at the same time.
Inbound, it's Dane Geetings with the basketball now at the top of the key. Nice feed to Aiden Stoltz as he threaded the needle.
He fired that ball in there from Geetings, and Stoltz was able to come down with it and put it right up off the glass.
Yeah, I want to go right off the bat with tonight's creative idea, drawn up by Brandapeel. Eagles, a lot more energy, so whatever Coach Bohr said in the last couple days, it's working as Dane Geetings picks up his second foul, the team's second foul. So he's going to have to sit as Caleb Van Arendonk will check in. Drew Kingery going to go to the free throw line here. And but again, whatever Coach Bohr said to these guys in the last in the last 48 hours, that's my creative idea, because it worked wonders as Drew Kingery knocks down the first free throw, because this team looks entirely different than it did the other night. So tonight's creative idea was drawn up by Brandapeel for branding, print, web, video, or interactive. Called Brandapeel, relentless for you. Glasscock back into the game for Brady Blake. Kingery off the back iron with the second free throw. And Lincoln Vandermolen with the rebound. Caleb Van Arendonk into the game for Dane Geetings there after he picked up his second foul. Isaiah Breams goes into the post for Aiden Stoltz. Stoltz with an and one! Tonight's drive to the basket presented by Pingle's Home Store as Aiden Stoltz gets the foul and one. Tonight's drive to the basket presented by Pingle's Home Store. Drive on over to Pingle's Home Store in the northwest corner of the square in Pella and find out how you can score with a variety of furniture, flooring, and more. Isaac Kagmerinsky gets a breather as Benny Schurz comes into the game.
Yep.
Also, want to mention, we had it a moment ago, tonight's Raise the Roof moment of the game is presented by Randall Roofing. When the moment arises and it's time for a new roof, think Randall Roofing. That came just before the vision for last time out by Coach Ebling. 18-7, Pella Christian leads with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Ball into the hands of Heimbaugh. He's surveying. Ball swings around to Braden Dre on the left wing. Back up to Glasscock. And into the hands of Bennett Brick. Ball swings now to Kingery on the baseline. And Kingery able to get it underneath to Brick, who lays it in for two. Coach Bohr wanted Kingery out of bounds. And I think he might have had a case there, but good lay in there for Bennett Brick.
Well, it was a good find there from Kingery to Brick as well.
Isaiah Breams able to get it out to Van Arendonk. Van Arendonk will get the two up and over Drew Kingery. And what a start here for the Eagles, in case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic. Just 3 misses in the half.
Ooh, good shot.
As Dakota Heimbaugh answers with a 3 on the other end. 20-12 here. 2 minutes remain in the first quarter. In case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic.
They're the veterinarians.
Aiden Stoltz just missed the team's 5th shot.
Yeah, he was too far behind the backboard there. That was going to be a tough one.
Yeah, Braden Dre going to drive, kicks to Kingery, whose layup goes off the front of the rim and out of bounds off of the Eagles, but that's
Yeah.
It looked like Kingery maybe wanted to dunk it, realized he wasn't going to be able to, and then just laid it up short.
He got himself under the basket too much, and he hit the iron.
Jack Fancher into the game for Lincoln Vandermolen here. Inbound goes to Dre. He's going to drive. Mid-range floater is good from the left side there. So 2 for Braden Dre. He's got 5. Aiden Stoltz going to kick to Benny Schurz, defended by Kingery. And Schurz tried to find Van Arendonk and threw it right to Casey Glasscock. First turnover by the Eagles, and Glasscock lays it in for the 2. Caleb Van Arendonk now with a nice crossover. He'll pull up from the top of the key for 3, and he can't connect. On the other end, Casey Glasscock left open in the left corner, but he can't connect either. And Aiden Stoltz will bring the ball up the court here for the Eagles. Gives to Jack Fancher. Now Benny Schurz to Isaiah Breams. Breams looking to drive baseline on Braden Dre. And
what are they going to call there?
I say Breams I thought was hooking Dre. They are going to call it on Breams.
They're going to call it travel.
No, they call
it travel.
Did they call travel?
Yeah.
Coach Bourne's not happy about that.
I could see a case for an offensive foul as he kind of used his elbow to push him out of the way and hook him, but I did not see him move his feet.
Yeah, Coach Bohr disappointed with the whistle there, or with the way the whistle went, I should say. Braden Dre with the basketball now. Kicks to Casey Glasscock, back to Braden Dre. Dre looking for a driving lane. Isaac Kekmarinsky came back into the game here for Aiden Stoltz as they go to Kingery at the basket, and he'll lay it in off the nice drive there by Dre.
Boy, they are really good at driving that baseline and then finding that guy right in front of the basket. Somebody's got to get in front of him and take that ball away.
Yeah, 10 seconds to play in the first quarter, 20-18. High-scoring quarter. Dane Giedings kicks to Caleb Van Arendonk. Back to Dane Giedings with 2 on the clock. His running three-pointer is off the mark. Make it 20-18 as we go into the second quarter. We'll come back here on KNIA and KRLS right after this inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth.
Nothing is tougher on your vehicle than winters in Iowa. From road salt to icy roads to potholes and freezing temps, the last thing you want is to be stranded with a broken down vehicle when winter is at its worst. When it comes to servicing your vehicle this winter, think Southtown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in Indianola. Southtown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram has a team of qualified service technicians qualified to help you with all your service-related needs to keep your vehicle running throughout the cold months ahead. Stop into Southtown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram of Indianola and get your vehicle serviced now.
When you eat at Culver's, you're enjoying fresh food, not just fast food. I'm Tim Grotenhuis, owner of Culver's Restaurant in Pella, and we pride ourselves on making your order fresh every time. Our never frozen burgers are made fresh just the way you want it. Our chicken sandwiches and chicken strips are made fresh. We don't make them ahead of time and let them sit under a warmer. And we slow turn our frozen custard in small batches all day so it's at its very best. What can we make fresh for you today at Culver's Restaurant in Pella?
Welcome back here on KNIA and KRLS as we are into the second quarter. Pella Christian with a 20-18 lead here inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. Dane Giedings with the basketball here for Pella Christian. He'll give to Isaac Kekmarinsky and now to Jack Fancher. Fancher to Kekmarinsky. Kekmarinsky, cross-court pass to Isaiah Breams. Breams looking to drive on Kingery and lost the basketball. Third turnover there by the Eagles, and they've cooled off considerably here in the last 4 minutes or so.
Yeah, they've got out of sync just a little bit. You can't be driving the ball from there with your post player.
Casey Glasscock, 3 is off the mark, rebounded by Kingery. And three-pointer by Braden Dre. He knocks it down from way downtown as Indianola on top, 21-20, 7:05 to play in the second quarter.
I think it's like a 12-0 run here for Indianola.
Yeah, impressive run here as Caleb Van Arendonk finds Dane Giedings in the corner. His three-pointer off the mark. Run down by Jack Fancher, though, and then Isaac Kekmarinsky turns it over.
Dribbled it right off the Indianola guy's foot.
And Kingery takes it to the basket, lays it in. And Indianola up big, and there's a lot of complaints there as there's no whistle on that call, but regardless. And the Eagles with another miss there. I think that was Geetings again.
No, that was Van Arendonk.
Okay, Van Arendonk missed it. And a three by Heimbaugh is off the mark, and a foul on Indianola. Braden Dre, his first, team's second. Or team's third, excuse me. Aiden Stoltz back into the game, as well as Caden Croyd, Caleb Van Arendonk, and Isaiah Breams out. Heimbaugh came out of the game as well. I think Wilmot came back in. Or no, Jackson Overton into the game. Aiden Stoltz off of a screen fires a three. That one off the mark. And Indianola running the other way. It's Overton. Overton into the corner for Dre. Back up top to Kingery. Kingery drives, floater, good over the top of Caden Croyd, and Indianola with a 23-20 lead here with 6:01 to play in the second quarter. And
yeah, just a big run. I mean, it's a 16-0 run here. Pella Christian hasn't scored now in 4 minutes. They just are rushing their shots. They're not making good decisions offensively. The energy of that first 6 minutes of the game or 5 minutes of the game is wore off, and they're just all of a sudden out of sync again. They got to get back into rhythm and see if they can get the ball pounded inside and get a couple of good looks.
Yeah, champion seed game reset here. Indianola 25, Pella Christian 20. As we are at the 6:01 mark of the second quarter, that's champion seed game reset. Champion seed with local dealer J-Boat is an independently owned and regionally focused seed company that strives to build and maintain the broadest portfolio of genetics and traits. Champion seed, they only champion the best. Isaac Kagmarinsky with the basketball here for Pella Christian. Kicks to Dane Geetings. Geetings drives down the left side. Aiden Stoltz, good look at a three, but he can't knock it down. Rebound by Wilmot.
Yeah, that one at least was within rhythm.
And Braden Dre, he does knock down a three on the other end.
Is that his third one?
Yeah, that is number 3. He's 4 for 5 on the night for 11 points. As Indianola goes up 28-20, and the Eagles they need to find a bucket here. Lincoln Vandermolen corner three-pointer, he leaves it short. Caden Croyd grabs the board though, and is able to get it to Isaac Kagmarinsky. Off of the screen goes Vandermolen. He drives baseline, able to find Stoltz. Another good look at three. Aiden Stoltz gets that one to go.
Stop the bleeding. It was a 6-minute drought though without any baskets.
Yeah, 28-23, Indianola on top. And Drew Kingery with a back cut. Couldn't knock it down. And it's Pella Christian running the other way. Lincoln Vandermolen kicks to Stoltz. Geetings left alone. He gets an open look at three, and he answers with a three. And a vision for officials timeout. Just checking on Drew Kingery there. Was a little bit slower getting up after the.
Well, he took a hard fall when he missed that layup.
Yeah, so Dane Geetings with a three. Casey Glasscock out of the game. Brady Blake back in. 28-26 the score. Pella Christian with 26, Indianola 28 with 4:35 to play in the second quarter. Charlie Wilmot drives on Caden Croyd, and his layup rolls out.
Yeah, Caden mistimed the block, but he still missed the shot, and he got the rebound.
Lincoln Vandermolen drives to the basket, got a good look, but couldn't get the layup to go, and the other way, it'll be a three by Overton, off the mark, rebounded by Stoltz. Things have slowed down a little bit here in the last couple minutes. Not near as frenetic offensive pace.
Yeah, both teams have got to be getting a little bit of tired legs, and there we got Aiden for a travel.
Aiden Stoltz whistle for a travel, and Pella Christian a little perplexed by that turnover call.
Yeah,
but
he did though. He did that little shuffle step to start off with his dribble.
Braden Dre setting up the Indianola offense, gives to Drew Kingery, defended by Vandermolen. Backdoor cut for Dre, and he found Overton. Overton got fouled by Caden Croyd. That's the first on Croyd, the third on the team. Dane Geetings with the other 2. And first free throw good there by Overton. Isaiah Breams back into the game for Caden Croyd. The Eagles with a little bit different rotation here the last couple nights. Tyson DeVries out with a concussion at the moment. Overton off the mark on the second free throw. And Josiah Voss out with the broken nose. Isaac Kagmarinsky kicks to Isaiah Breams. Dane Geetings left alone on the corner. He'll drive the baseline. Lay it in. 29-28 our score. 3:30 to go in the second quarter.
That was a nice executed play right there. Good passing. They got the strong side layup there with the defense all on the other side.
Yeah, Charlie Wilmot gives to Jackson Overton. His pass for Brady Blake in the corner. Tipped out of bounds by Pella Christian. And Dakota Heimbaugh checks back into the game. He'll check in for Overton. So 29-28 is our score. Stryver Cellular Instant Radio update.
Oh, Lincoln almost had that.
No near turnover there as Vandermolen tips it out of bounds.
He threw it right to Lincoln, and he just couldn't come up with it without going out of bounds.
So Bondurant Farrar leads Knoxville 76-48 at the end of the third quarter as Braden Dre travels with the basketball. Just the second turnover by the Indians.
Same move that they called Aiden on.
So Sadell defeats Pleasantville. Not sure whether boys or girls, 60-51. Hayden Stoltz hands off to Isaac Kagmarinsky, and he'll give to Vandermolen. Hayden Stoltz, cross court to Isaiah Breams. Breams to Isaac Kagmarinsky, back out to Lincoln Vandermolen. Got a good look from 3, it's off the mark. Loose ball. It goes to Brady Blake, and Isaac Kagmarinsky runs him down from behind and knocks it out of bounds.
Good hustle there to save that layup from. Now they can play some defense here and maybe get a stop.
Yeah. Also the Pella bowling teams fall to Ballard as Pella Christian gets a turnover. Dane Geetings, he'll drive to the basket and put Pella Christian back on top. 30-29. 2:38 to go in the second quarter.
He set that up with the tip away on the steal.
Brady Blake off of a screen kicks to Drew Kingery. Kingery drives to the basket, and he'll lay it in for the easy 2. Tonight's drive to the basket presented by Z's Eatery and Draft House. Stop in and make sure you enjoy some of the best food in Indianola at the best prices. Fill up at Z's Eatery and Draft House before the next big game. Dane Geetings fouled by Kingery. And that's his first, team's 4th.
You know, on that drive of Kingery on the other end, he set that up with that first step he got around the defender. You have got to cut him off at this time. If you're going to have any chance of stopping him, he made him pay.
That he did. So as Geetings at the free throw line here, he'll knock down the first one. And then, so continuing on with our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard here. Pella boys bowling falls to Ballard 26-76 to 26-31. Pella girls bowling falls to Ballard 21-74 to 18-37. Geetings off the mark on the second free throw there. So 31-31 is still our score with 2:05 to play in the second quarter. Seymour defeats Twin Cedars 43-36. And the shot missed there by Glasscock.
He don't usually miss that often. If I remember right, he's a pretty good shooter.
Yeah, he's been knocking down shots at a pretty high clip tonight. Dane Geetings finds Jack Fancher, who had a really good look at the basket, but he was too strong.
Yeah, that was, you're not going to get a better look than he had there.
Kingery looking to drive.
Nice defense there by Lincoln.
Yeah, not allowing him to get to the basket. Now it's Heimbaugh kicking to Dre, and now to Kingery. Kingery does drive the baseline now, and Vandermolen undercut him. So that's the first foul on Vandermolen, the team's 4th. Minute and a half remaining in the second quarter. 31-31 our score. Wrapping up our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard again. Twin Cedars girls fall to Seymour 43-36. Rough one there for them as Kingery is off the mark on the free throw. So 2 for 3 at the line is Kingery. Kingery's second free throw, that one will rattle home. And Aiden Stoltz up the other way for the Eagles. Kicks to Fancher, now to Breams. Dean Geetings driving the baseline. Aiden Stoltz, open look from the left wing. Aiden Stoltz. That's his second of the half. Give him, I believe that's 11 for him. And now on the other end, Heimbaugh gets around Geetings, and he'll lay it in.
Just can never take your eye off the ball handler when Indianola's got it. They just drive right at the basket.
Ball to Isaiah Breams in the post, working against Glasscock. Breams is going to be whistled for a travel.
Yeah, he made a good point there. He made a nice up and under type move, and the official called him for the travel, but I don't think, unless he slid the foot, he certainly didn't change his pivot foot.
Yeah, so Geetings coming out of the game here for Van Arendonk. That's the sixth turnover there by Pella Christian. 34-34 is the score with 42 seconds to play in the first half. Ball into the hands of Dre. Nice drive. Ball swings now to Heimbaugh. Heimbaugh out of control, and he can't get the shot to go. That's his first miss on 3 attempts.
Pella Christian can go for one shot here. The shot clock is off.
That's what they're going to do, too. Aiden Stoltz going to
It's not off, but
slow it down.
got to be really close.
Well, they don't have the shot clock on, so.
Yeah, they do. It's on.
No, that's the game clock.
Oh, that's the game clock. There's 2 clocks there. That's right.
Yeah. Game clock's on top, shot clock below. Aiden Stoltz with the basketball, kicks to Jack Fancher, and Stoltz is whistled for another travel. They're all over travels here tonight. Not saying that they're not travels, but they are all over them when they're there.
Yeah.
Caden Croyd going to quickly check into the game. As is Benny Schurz. Looks like for Isaiah Breams and Lincoln Vandermolen. So a little more defensive lineup here with 7.7 seconds
don't want
to
those
play.
other guys picking up a silly foul here at the end.
Yep, Braden Dre drives right to the basket.
Yeah,
No. And ball continues to get tipped around, and Jack Fancher wisely just pushes the ball about 30 feet into the air. 34-34 at the break. We're in for another good one here in the nightcap of the doubleheader as Indianola and Pella Christian tied at 34s at halftime here inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. We'll be back with the Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show right after this on KNIA, KRLS, and the Pella Christian YouTube channel.
Norm Rosendahl Tiling has been installing and servicing farm field tile and septic systems for more than 40 years. Tim is also a certified time of transfer inspector by the state of Iowa. So if you're considering buying or selling a property with the septic system, they can handle the inspection and give you an estimate on any changes or repairs that may need to be done as well. Tim and the guys can help with many facets of new construction too. For your free estimate, call Norm Rosendahl Tiling in Monroe at 641-259-2651.
Hi, this is Mike at Langstrad Auto Body. Winter's finally here, and along with it comes the inevitable. That's right, you've heard this before. Along with basketball and wrestling, we get bumper cars, car hockey, and even a little unwanted ditch riding. Accidents happen. At Langstrad Auto Body, we pride ourselves on getting your car in and out quickly and doing a quality repair. Our 100% satisfaction guarantee goes out the door with every vehicle. If your car is in need of some attention, come out and see us at Langstrad Auto Body. You'll be glad you did. Langstrad Auto Body, where you don't have to look for a quality repair.
Because we're the best.
With today's interest rates, if you're selling your home and moving, it's as important as ever to make sure that you're bringing as much equity across into your new home. Hi, this is Stephen Patel with Pella Real Estate Services. I recently helped someone sell their home on East 1st Street in Pella for $120,000. Using our Prez listing advantage, they saved $600. When it's time to sell your home, call 628-1BUY and use the Prez listing advantage at Pella Real Estate Services.
Greater Iowa Credit Union's Greater Checking is a free account that pays you each month for doing the things you normally do anyway, like buying coffee or donuts. Plus, they have digital tools that make it a cinch to check your balance, deposit checks, or pay bills from anywhere. And with an interest rate over 80 times the national average, it really pays to have Greater Checking. Just go easy on the donuts.
Learn more at gicu.org/greaterchecking. Rate comparison in accordance with FDIC National Rates Report.
Welcome back here on the Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show for tires, front end work. Their no appointment oil change and full mechanical work on your vehicle. Stop and see Sean DeWard and his crew next to Walmart in Pella. With our continuing coverage of Iowa high school athletics, we're joined now by head coach of the Pella Christian girls basketball team, Jordan Dyke, powered by Hy-Vee. Coach Dyke, let's start in the second half. First half, it was all Indianola. Emily Naughton was doing a lot of really good things for the Indians. You guys going to the breakdown 16. What was the message to the team at halftime that got things going in the second half?
Well, it's senior night, and I think our talk was, hey, let's forget about the score. We're down 16. Let's compete on both ends of the floor. Let's be aggressive. Let's leave it out there. This is for our three seniors. This is the last night regular season. So let's just play hard. Yeah, you know what? We're only down 8 baskets, you know. I thought, hey, 8 isn't that much number. You think about it as 16, that's a long, big number to get under. But you think 8, I just need to make 8 buckets. 8 buckets more than them. And we got a chance to get in it. And, you know, they're kind of like us. They don't have a deep bench, so I think we were kind of soft early, and then they got tired, and then we were aggressive, and that's what kind of was the difference in 2 halves.
Yeah, you talk about the aggression of your girls, a lot more attacking downhill at the basket, looking to make those shots. What went behind that mindset switch for your girls where, you know, before it would be like they would drive and kick out, and tonight it was drive and look for that layup or look for the little runner there in front of the basket?
Well, I think, you know, we've talked about this and we've worked on this over and over and over again. If you're not making shots, which we've had trouble a little bit with this season, we got to go to the basket. You know, if you're not making it, let's be aggressive to the basket, force the issue. Yeah, you might turn it over, but I'd rather turn it over, force an issue, try to get to the basket. If you don't make something happen for yourself, there's a great opportunity to do the kick where we could get a shot or a drive off of it. And I thought our girls did a great job, top to bottom, doing that tonight.
Yeah, you talk about senior night too tonight. Carly Anderson in the second half was huge. Hit 4 3-pointers, 12 points in the second half. Nearly was the team's leading scorer with those 12 points there after halftime. A big performance from her in the second half, but another performance that's going to go under the radar too. Chloe Heisman, 8 points tonight. Some big all-around efforts from your team. You know, that's been one of the things that's kind of lacked at times this year. It's been 1 or 2 girls stepping up. Tonight it was a full team effort. What can you say about, you know, the way that the girls embodied that team mentality that you've talked about all season long?
Well, you know, we wrote this down on the board for the first time this season. We contribute. How can you contribute? If you're not making baskets, find another way to contribute. Don't feel sorry for yourself. And I think we did that. I thought a lot of girls did different things and then made baskets. You know, we got points from almost everyone on our roster. So I feel really good about our effort top to bottom for our kids.
Yeah, it was a phenomenal effort. Would be remiss if we don't talk about your opponent here tonight a little bit. Indianola, as we mentioned, Emily Naughton in the first half. You know, you guys tried to defend her really well. She just got some good looks there in the first half, and she couldn't miss in the first half. 8 of 9 from the field is what I had her down for. You know, what about her was so difficult for your girls there in the first half, and how did you guys go about making the adjustments in the second half to limit her to 9 points after a 20-point first half?
Well, she's a special player, and, you know, she's top 3. We can argue, people can argue where she is, but she's top 3 player in our conference. It's a very competitive conference. She can control that ball, and, you know, she bails them out of a lot of stuff as far as pressure goes. She's very confident, both scoring and passing. Things just really happen for them when the ball's in her hands. So we got to give her a lot of credit for the skills that she has. I don't know that we made an adjustment in the second half totally to slow her down. She just missed more shots, and she wasn't on fire. That happens when you got a little bit tired legs. I thought she really played a nice second half. It just wasn't. She just played what I call a great first half. Telling you guys, it really wasn't more us. It was more her. Just not playing as well in the second. But hats off to her. Heck of a player. And it's fun to watch. Yeah, you wish she was on your team, but it's fun to watch too with the skills that she has.
Absolutely right, and a great effort from your girls here tonight, and that coming ahead of the postseason. You guys start regionals this Saturday here on Eagle Lane against Cardinal. First part of this question, what does it mean to get to host this game against Cardinal? 2, what do you guys need to do on Saturday to make sure that you're walking into the second round and not walking back home?
Oh, totally. You know, I think hosting it is awesome. You look at this week, we got 3 games this week, finishing out the year. If you're a little bit tired, like our club might be, like all clubs are, we've been very fortunate to stay healthy. And so staying home and not traveling all those miles, I think is good for our kids. especially with a busy week. Playing on Saturday is unorthodox. You're not used to that. So not having extra things to interfere with your week schedule is a nice way to do it at home. I think, playing Cardinals a 3-game win streak at the end of the year. They won 3 games to end it. They're a very hot team. So if we look past them, they're going to come here and take it to us. So I hope we come tomorrow ready to prepare. We're not going to reinvent the wheel in one day, but I think just doing some scouting, figuring out who they are. And what team are we going to come with? Are we going to come with that team that played in the first quarter? Or are we going to come with that team that played in the second half? I'll take that team in the second half, compete versus a lot of teams in our state. So I'm hoping that they're ready to play and they want to play and they're excited to play. And I think they will be Saturday.
I think so too. Coach Dyke, thanks again for joining us. Best of luck against Cardinal on Saturday. Looking forward to seeing how that contest comes out.
Thank you for a great season.
Absolutely. That was head coach of the Pella Christian girls basketball team, Jordan Dyke, powered by Hy-Vee. We'll be back here real quick on the Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show on KNIA and KRLS.
When your commercial heating and cooling system isn't performing well, you need a solution as soon as possible. When that happens, Heinz Mechanical is ready to get your system back in working order. Our experienced technicians can take on any obstacle your business comfort system throws at you, whether it's time for an emergency repair, a regular tune-up, or a new system installation. Schedule your appointment by calling Steve at Heinz Mechanical, 515-337-2074. Heinz Mechanical, we fix it right the first time, specializing on commercial properties.
Have you checked out the Indianola YMCA? Your Indianola YMCA would like to invite you to stop by your local Y and discover the many benefits of belonging to a nonprofit organization dedicated to building strong kids, strong families, and strong communities. Improve your health and fitness, learn new skills, connect with others. It's all waiting for you here at the Y. They'd love to give you a tour and offer you a free pass so you can try the Y for yourself. Call or stop in today to find out more. Your Indianola YMCA. It's where you belong.
No problem. Welcome back here. Central Town Auto Radio halftime show for tires, front end work, the no appointment oil change, full mechanical work on your vehicle. Stop and see Sean DeWard and his crew next to Walmart in Pella. Second half adjustments presented by Details Plus Collision Center for Indianola. It's going to be locking up defensively here. They've struggled to lock up Pella Christian. That's the second half adjustments presented by Details Plus Collision Center. Remember, when you need auto body repair, the difference between one shop and the next are the little details. Details Plus Collision Center in Indianola. Second half adjustments presented by DeYoung Door Service for Pella Christian. It's going to be the same thing. They got a little lackluster defensively, so that is the second half adjustments presented by DeYoung Door Service, the gurus of garage doors. DeYoung Door Service. Eagles with good defense here. Glasscock kicks to Brady Blake. Brady Blake out of control. Tough shot, and him and Kagmarinsky get tied up on the rebound. So the Eagles get the basketball on the jump ball. That was our second half adjustments. Inside the numbers, delivered by Pella Fiber. Eagles leading scorer was Aiden Stoltz with 11 points. Leading scorer for Braden Dre was 11 points. 7 turnovers in the first half for Pella Christian, 2 for Indianola. As it was tied 34-34. And that is Inside the Numbers delivered by Pella Fiber, where every home gets a gig. Join today at PellaFiber.com. Jack Fancher with the basketball here for Pella Christian. Kicks to Lincoln Vandermolen and cross court to Isaac Kagmarinsky. 6 on the shot clock, 5 now. Aiden Stoltz drives baseline, steps in and one. Braden Dre picking up the foul.
Boy, you're living right when you do that one. He was running out of time, basically just threw up a prayer, got bailed out on the foul, and the shot still went.
Yeah, this might be the I don't want to say it too early, but this might be one of the best games this might be the best game Aiden's played all season long. I don't want to discredit what he did against I think it was I'm going to draw a blank now on which game that was. I'll get it here in a minute. Braden Dre off the mark as Isaac Kagmarinsky and Jack Fancher
took it away from each other.
Yeah. And then Brady Blake looking to drive. Going to kick back out to Drew Kingery. And now to Charlie Wilmot.
I'm not sure why the clock didn't restart.
Brady Blake off the mark on a 3. And so now it's Aiden Stoltz the other way here for the Eagles. Another Stryver Cellular Instant Radio update as We await Melcher Dallas girls defeat Mormon Trail 48-43. Lincoln Vandermolen for 3. That one too strong. Rebounded by Drew Kingery. Kingery ahead and got out of control and just threw it to the back wall.
He got himself up in the air, and his man didn't move to the basket, and he just had nowhere to go, so he fired it out of bounds.
Well, he was trying to draw a foul there from the look of it, and never really had the look of a foul. Aiden Stoltz off the fake screen from Kagmarinsky off the mark, but Kagmarinsky got the rebound. And Fancher had a look at him for a moment from 3.
I'd like to see Jack take that shot.
And loose ball.
Gonna get a foul.
Isaac Kagmarinsky gets fouled by Braden Dre. That's the 3rd on Dre, which is a big thing.
Yeah,
because he had 11 points in that first half. He was huge.
He hit a couple of big threes that really kept him in the game there for a while.
Yeah, that's the 2nd on Indianola. Ebling will sub in.
They didn't take him out. I'm not quite sure why, but Coach.
Bennett Brick just checked in for Charlie Wilmot. Inbound to Dane Geetings. Geetings on the right wing kicks to Fancher. Thought about a 3, goes to the left corner for Vandermolen. Now Dane Geetings working against Kingery. Geetings able to get it to Kagmarinsky in the short corner. Back to Geetings. Geetings drives and gets the tough.
I thought he got fouled, but they didn't call it.
I thought there was some contact, but didn't get a great angle on it. So he's able to get the tough finger roll over the top of Kingery. Pella Christian 39, Indianola 34. Braden Dre off some screens from Kingery. Goes to Glasscock on the wing, and Aiden Stoltz got a little over anxious there. Picked up his first foul.
Going to get Isaiah back in the game probably now for Kagmarinsky or for Fancher. Yeah,
Kagmarinsky. Been a phenomenal showing here tonight for these boys, though. Much better night for them than they had the other night.
They're just got a much more better rhythm to them. They're more locked into what they're supposed to do. Now they may run out of gas. This pretty high energy level here.
Yeah, Bennett Brick is going to fire a 3, and he will bury it. That's his first points of the night. Bennett Brick, and now a full court press here by Indianola as Dane Geetings is going to fire to an open Jack Fancher, who will knock down a 3.
That's a nice answer for Pella Christian to break the press and get a 3 out of it. Had a 3-on-1 if he does miss it.
42-37 with 4:25 to go in the third quarter. It's Brady Blake driving baseline. Lincoln Vandermolen tips the pass to Bennett Brick out of bounds. And Caleb Van Arendonk checking in for Lincoln Vandermolen.
Pella Christian's done a nice job of recognizing that when they drive that baseline where they needed to go with the ball.
And the Eagles force a turnover there, the second, and Aiden Stoltz with a nice move with the up and under. Puts Pella Christian up 7, 44-37 with 4:08 to go in the third quarter. Bennett Brick fouled by Stoltz, who just picked up his second, and again, I think the energy level just got to him a little bit. He got over anxious.
Well, he's swatting at the ball, and he just, the defender, the offensive guy for Indianola was able to move the ball away from him. We got a timeout.
Yep, a vision for last timeout here by Coach Ebling. So, champion seed game reset here. Indianola 37, Pella Christian 44, 4:04 to play in quarter number 3. That is a champion seed game reset. Champion seed with local dealer J Boat is an independently owned and regionally focused seed company that strives to build and maintain the broadest portfolio of genetics and traits. Champion seed, they only champion the best. In case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic. The Eagles started off both the first and second half really hot. They started out the first quarter and they scored 20 in the first quarter. Cooled off a little bit in the second quarter. It's been back and forth all night long. The Eagles currently with a 7-point lead, 44-37. That's in case you missed it. Presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic.
They're the veterinarians.
As we look at our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard, Pella Christian girls fell to Indianola 51-48. Our score currently 44-37. Pella Christian on top of Indianola in the third quarter of the boys game. Knoxville boys basketball fell in fell big to Class 3A number 1 ranked Bondurant for our 95-64. Pella boys bowling fell to Ballard 26-76 to 26-31. Pella girls bowling fell to Ballard 21-74 to 18-37. Pleasantville boys basketball loses to Sadell 60-51. Twin Cedars girls basketball lost to Seymour 43-36, and Melcher Dallas girls basketball beat Mormon Trail 48-43. That's our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. Marion County Bank is Marion County's financial leader. They are serving you by building community across the county in Knoxville, Pella, and Melcher Dallas. Aiden Stoltz with it after a block there. I didn't see who took the shot for
Blake
Needle.
took the shot, and it was really well defended and made him force up a bad-looking shot.
Dane Geetings hands off to Caleb Van Arendonk to a cutting Isaiah Breams, working against Braden Dre, off the mark. Van Arendonk with the follow. No, but Breams there to finish it again.
Yeah, Coach for Indianola can't be happy. That was 3 offensive rebounds there for Pella Christian.
That it was, and you gotta love that if you're Coach Bork, because that was what killed you that night, was offensive rebounds. Brick off the mark. Rebound by Pella Christian. Van Arendonk kicks to Geetings. Now to Van Arendonk. Eagles gonna space the floor out a little bit more here. Geetings working on Kingery. Nice spin move, but he left the shot short.
I think he thought he was going to be leaning in more than he was.
Yeah, would imagine so. Kingery with the basketball, hands off to Dre. Dre able to get around Stoltz, and
gonna call a
they
foul,
on the floor, and I think they got Stoltz for that one. And I know he's not thrilled to be picking up that third. He's going to check out of the game with Jack Fancher as Isaac Kegmarinsky and Lincoln Vandermolen back in. So the inbounder is Brick. Kicks to Kingery in the corner. Now to Glasscock. Ball swings into the corner for Brick. Three-pointer. And Bennett Brick with a huge three for Indianola. Let's call that one tonight's Raise the Roof moment of the game, presented by the Indianola YMCA. No matter where you are in your journey, the Y is where you can be, belong, and become. Explore their offerings to discover new ways to connect to your purpose, potential, and each other at your Indianola YMCA. Ball tipped out of bounds there by...
Good hustle by Indianola to get in that passing lane, as Pella Christian was really trying to pick up the push the pace there.
Dane Geeting inbounds to Lincoln Vandermolen, given to Van Arendonk, and back to Geetings. Geetings all the way across the court, gives to Vandermolen, now to Van Arendonk. Van Arendonk looking to drive baseline, kicks back out to Geetings, to Van Arendonk, trapped in the corner. Nice find for Geetings, who had his shot blocked. Another tough shot from Geetings, no. Rebounded by the Eagles, though.
Kegmarinsky got that one, yeah.
And Geetings for three, off the mark. That one going to be a rebound by Kingery, and an offensive foul on the Eagles there.
I think they got Breams over the back. No, Van Arendonk.
So Van Arendonk just picked up his first, and the team's fourth. Breams checks out of the game. Caden Croyd in. 46-40 is our score with a minute 40 to play in the third quarter. Champion seed game reset there. Braden Dre kicks to Dakota Heimbaugh. To Casey Glasscock, back to Heimbaugh on the right wing. To Braden Dre at the top of the key, back to Heimbaugh. Heimbaugh to Glasscock, back to Heimbaugh. Three-pointer, that one off the mark, and rebounded by Caden Croyd. Dane Geetings going to give to Isaac Kegmarinsky, to Van Arendonk, back to Geetings. Geetings looking to drive, kicks to Kegmarinsky, back to Geetings, to Kegmarinsky, and he tried to throw it to Croyd, and Kingery intercepted it, and they're going to call a late block on Geetings, and that call is just...
That was not a good call.
I got to be impartial. I got to try to be impartial, but that call was just wrong.
Yeah, he was standing there.
He wasn't going to call it originally.
He was standing
motioned for the foul, and Geetings was there the entire time.
Kingery was at the three-point line when Geetings stood there knowing he was coming for the layup.
Yeah, Geetings just picked up his third. That's the team's fifth. Kingery does knock down the free throw.
Going to bring Aiden back in now with 3-2, so he's going to have to be a little bit careful.
Well, I think that was just I think they took Dane out because he was pretty frustrated by that call. Kingery will knock down the second free throw as well.
Oh, give it to him.
Caden Croyd tried to get it to Van Arendonk, and Van Arendonk lost it out of bounds. It's a turnover there for the Eagles.
Yeah, Caden needed to get that ball to Kakmarinsky. He was set up on the right side for an easy shot.
Jack Fancher checks into the game for Aiden Stoltz here so that don't pick up fouls. 41.2 seconds remain in the third quarter. Pella Christian leads Indianola 46-42. Ball into the hands of Braden Dre. Dre to Bennett Brick. He was looking for Glasscock, and the Eagles force a turnover there. Third of the half on Indianola. And Dakota Heimbaugh bumps Lincoln Vandermolen. Doesn't like the call, but definitely tossed the body into Vandermolen. Stoltz and Geetings check back in for Kakmarinsky and Croyd. So all guard look here for Pella Christian at the moment.
Yeah.
I guess Lincoln Vandermolen is your forward on the floor.
Yeah, going for the last shot here.
Yep. 15 seconds to play. Aiden Stoltz hands off to Caleb Van Arendonk. Now to Jack Fancher. To Dane Geetings. And Geetings is whistled for a travel.
How?
Quickly, Breams and Kakmarinsky going to check into the game for Stoltz and Geetings. Third turnover by Pella Christian. 7.2. And Croyd checks into the game as well for Vandermolen. So 7.2 seconds to go in the third quarter. That's the second time the Eagles have tried to play for one shot and turned it over.
Yeah, that was an iffy call as well, though.
Drew
I'm not
Kingery from way downtown, no good, rebounded by Croyd. And that'll be the end of the third quarter. We step away back here on KNIA and KRLS, as well as the Pella Christian YouTube channel right after this inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth.
The Pella community features wonderful Dutch architecture all around town, but there's one place in downtown Pella that takes you right into the heart of Amsterdam. A beautiful brick walk featuring a winding canal, a working drawbridge, and a classic old world atmosphere. Welcome to the Molengracht, home to Pella's finest lodging at the Amsterdam Hotel. Dining with Liberty Street Kitchen and Oriental Express, Beautiful You Salon, Pella Nail Salon, the Pella Window and Door Showroom, and many service businesses. You can even take in a movie at Pella Cinemas. Good luck to our local sports teams from the Molengracht in Pella.
You'll drive away having the Pella Motors guarantee.
At Pella Motors, we won't be beat on price, period. So if you're looking for a great deal on a brand new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram, and saving big money makes you happy, Pella Motors will not be beat on price, period.
You'll drive away having the Pella Motors guarantee.
Welcome back here on KNIA and KRLS. You're listening to Pella Christian and Indianola basketball powered by Bank Iowa on 92.1 FM KRLS, Knoxville Pella, and KRLS HD1 Knoxville Pella, and on 94.3 KNIA FM channel. Casey Glasscock goes inside for Drew Kingery, able to get it to Bennett Brick, who will lay it in and one. Bennett Brick.
Third time tonight that they've done that, where they got the ball behind the basket in the lane and put it down with a bounce pass between the Pella Christian defenders right to a guy cutting down the lane, and Indianola knocks it in.
Yeah, first foul on Jack Fancher, sixth on the Eagles. Tonight's game is being brought to you by BSN Sports and Windmill Print and Stitch in Pella, as Bennett Brick knocks down the free throw there. Windmill Print and Stitch is a locally owned decorated apparel company right here in Pella, and they are a proud partner of BSN Sports. If you need apparel for your team or business, call Phil Hemming with BSN Sports at 620-8337, or stop by to the BSN Sports Windmill Print and Stitch office on Southeast 14th Street in Pella. Bennett Brick just whistled for his first foul as Dane Geetings goes to the line for two.
That was a nice press break, and Indianola got back and was able to foul him.
Yep, Geetings off the mark on the first free throw. Uncharacteristic night at the line for him.
Dane is maybe their best free throw shooter.
Yep, congratulations to Amy Welch, our fan of the game for Indianola, presented by Cabin Coffee Company. She won a free $25 gift certificate. And Geating's off the mark again. Bream's able to grab the rebound, though. If you'd like to be the fan of the game, stop by Cabin Coffee to register, then listen to our next Indianola broadcast to see if you're the fan of the game, presented by Cabin Coffee. There. Didn't see who got it.
Geating's got it. Bream's got the rebound, got it over to Giddings on the wing. He drove the basket and made the left-handed layup.
So he got the 2 points he missed on the free throw line, which were uncharacteristic. Drew Kingery, three-pointer off the mark. And Dane Giddings with the basketball here for Pella Christian. He's looking to get it to Aiden Stoltz, and he does. Braden Dre trying to apply more pressure to Stoltz this time. Stoltz off of the screen from Fancher. Kicks to Breams. Back to Giddings. Giddings up to Fancher, to Kakmarinsky. And some frustration there from the Indianola faithful as Aiden Stoltz is whistled for another travel, and Coach Bohr can't believe it.
Well, they got number 2 for Indianola, Garden Breams there. Heimbaugh, and he's just no match physically for Breams, and he just kind of stuck his arm out and knocked him flat, and they didn't call it.
Yeah, Brady Blake into the game for Heimbaugh here. Blake, ball up to Kingery. Back to Dre. Dre gonna drive to the basket. Tough look at the basket for Dre, off the mark. Rebounded by the Eagles. They've got numbers, but they got all bunched together, and so they weren't able to take advantage of the 5-on-4 break. Good job by Indianola defensively to get back. Dane Giddings kicks to Isaac Kakmarinsky. Now to Aiden Stoltz. Into Isaiah Breams, working on Glasscock. Kicks to Stoltz. Three-pointer for Fancher is off the mark, rebounded by Glasscock. And then Breams is going to get whistled for his first foul.
Just his first foul, so, but yeah, Pella Christian had a couple opportunities now that they don't come down the floor and score.
Yeah, Vandermolen checks in for Kakmarinsky.
It's going to be a 1-and-1.
Yeah, so Glasscock going to the line here. Our fan of the game for Pella Christian is presented by Delivery.com, which is the restaurant delivery service in Pella with great local restaurants like George's, Canaritos, Yamato, Liberty Street Kitchen, Dutch Fix, and more. And you can have fresh food delivered right to your home or business for lunch or dinner, just like Joey Mitchell did. He's tonight's fan of the game and has won a $10 gift certificate towards his next order. Try Delivery.com this week, then listen to our next broadcast to see if you're the fan of the game, presented by Delivery.com. Glasscock good on the first free throw. And we're going to get the floor cleaned up here real quick. So we'll call this an official's vision for less time out here as we get the floor mopped up. It's been another vision for less time out, improving lives by helping people see better. Poor visibility is causing you to miss things. Take a time out and visit Vision for Less in Pella and get back in the game. And Glasscock off the mark on the second free throw there. And Lincoln Vandermolen ran down the rebound. Aiden Stoltz to Dane Giddings, now to Jack Fancher. Back to Aiden Stoltz.
Wide open, yeah.
To Dane Giddings. Giddings to Breams, and Breams gets the nice finish.
Well, he still got the shot, but he was wide open earlier, and they didn't get it to him. That time they got it to him on the right side. He lays it off the glass.
Yeah, 50-46. Pella Christian on top of Indianola with 5:20 to play in the game. Casey Glasscock swings to Bennett Brick. He's looking for Kingery in the short corner. Kicks up top to Brady Blake. Back to Brick. To Braden Dre. Back to Brick. Short corner for Kingery. Double team comes and Kingery throws it away. Fourth turnover by Indianola, so 4 on each team in the half.
Yeah, nice defense, but Pella Christian recognized what he wanted to do, took that away, and the clock was starting to run out. He got a little panicky.
Pella Christian trying to set up their press breaker. They break it fairly easily as they got it to Jack Fancher. Fancher double teamed in the corner and able to get it out to Breams, and now to Aiden Stoltz. Ball swings over to the left wing for Dane Giddings. Giddings was looking for Breams inside. Ball now into the hands of Breams in the right corner. Gives to Stoltz. Stoltz trying to go off the screen of Breams. Stoltz dribbling around, kicks to Vandermolen. To Dane Giddings, a deep three at the shot clock buzzer. It's well short and an air ball and
yeah, just took
turnover.
too long for that whole play to develop, and then they didn't get what they wanted originally out of good defense by Indianola, and then they got forced into throwing up a prayer that didn't hit the rim.
Yeah, credit Indianola, great defensive stop there. They were trying to get Breams in the post again and couldn't get it. Dre kicking to Glasscock, back to Dre. Dre gonna drive, kick inside for Kingery, and Kingery with the easy lay in there.
Yeah,
after forcing his way
Breams
up.
has got to be aware of where Kingery is there. He can't be worried about the other guy.
Yeah, good job breaking the pressure there by Pella Christian, as Drew Kingery now will kick the ball down the length of the court. So 3:59 to go in the fourth quarter. Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. Again, Pella Christian girls fell to Indianola 51-48. The Knoxville boys basketball team fell to Bondurant Farrar 95-64. And Pleasantville boys basketball lost to Sadell 60-51. Twin Cedars girls fell to Seymour 43-36. Melcher Dallas girls fell to Mormon Trail 48-43. Lincoln Vandermolen driving, and another travel. Coach Bohr is just not happy.
He does. Anytime they spin, it's like they think their foot is moving or something, and they're calling the travel.
Yeah, it's. I didn't see the travel there. Could be wrong.
He just
but
made a nice spin move, but maybe his foot slid a little ways, and so that would be a travel if it moved. More than just spinning in a spot.
Bennett Brick with the basketball, 50-48. Pella Christian leads with 3:35 to go. Brick to Kingery, right at Breams. He'll lay it in. No call. Breams wanted the charge, didn't get it. Kingery lays it in. We're tied back up, 50-50. 3:23 to go. Geating's able to get it to Fancher across court. Vandermolen, open look from three. In and out, rebound. Finally secured by Brick. And to Kingery. Kingery to the basket, no good. Nobody happy right now.
Well, I don't think there was any foul there. I think the officials did a nice job of not calling anything there.
I know there was some travel complaints I heard, and we're going to get a vision for last time out by Coach J.D. Bohr and the Eagles. Vision for last time out. And we'll go ahead and take a short time out with them. We'll be back here on KNIA and KRLS right after this.
At Delivery.com, we work with more than a dozen Pella restaurants to bring hot and fresh food right to you at your home or business for lunch and dinner. Unlike the competition, when we're open for orders, we have drivers staffed ready to deliver, which is how we operate a 95% on-time rate. And for a limited time, our delivery fee is only $3.99. So when life gets busy or you just don't want to cook, check out Delivery.com and see all the great local Pella restaurants that are available for delivery today. That's Delivery.com.
As we're settling in for another Iowa winter, think about what the cold weather does to your garage door. Low temperatures can cause lubrication problems, metal to contract, and springs to become brittle. And consistent wet weather can cause your door to swell. Those things can lead to big problems, like your door getting stuck or not working at all. And that's the last thing you want to deal with in the freezing cold. Make sure those things don't happen by calling DeYoung Door Service for an inspection of your garage door today.
Hi, this is Kurt DeYoung. We're the gurus of garage doors. DeYoung Door Service in Pella.
Welcome back here inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. 2:56 to play in the fourth quarter. And it's tied 50-50. Aiden Stoltz with the basketball for Pella Christian. He'll look to drive, kicks to Fancher, now to Breams. Looking for Geetings, who's looking to drive baseline. He'll kick back to Stoltz. Back to Geetings. The Eagles kind of clearing out some space as Geetings is going to drive, and he'll knock it down. And they're going to count the bucket.
I think they are. They're going to call a block.
It should be a block here. We'll see what they whistle, but the Eagles were cheering as though they were getting free throws. Everybody looks like they're getting free throws. This will be a very unpopular call. They don't call the if they switch this and go charge. Geeting's got the shot to go. We're still waiting to see.
I think they're trying to determine whether it was before the shot. That's what they're trying to decide.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's going on. We got official's vision for last time out. It's been I know both coaches have had their frustrations tonight with how things have been officiated. In case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic. Hot shooting to start this contest. Again, big third quarter as well. They called a charge on Dane Geetings, and Coach Bohr is upset. And I'm watching the replay, and there was a chicken wing from Dane Geetings, but it was the tree was falling well before the arm was extended, and the assistant coaches are trying to get Coach Bohr to make sure that Coach Bohr doesn't get a technical. He's not happy.
He's just letting them know that they did that it was wrong.
Yeah, he's not happy, and I don't blame him. Fourth foul on Dane Geetings, and that one was not it. As the Pella Christian faithful rise to their feet, Bennett Brick finds Brady Blake, and a travel by Brady Blake.
Yeah, he don't know what he did, but everybody in the crowd saw it, was calling it before the ref made the whistle.
The atmosphere in this gym is electric right now. 2:20 to play, 50-50. Pella Christian and Indianola. Senior night here for the Eagles at home. Lincoln Vandermolen with the basketball. Kicks to Dane Geetings. Now to Jack Fancher. Fancher kicks to Lincoln Vandermolen. Back to Dane Geetings. Geetings looking to drive. Kicks to Aiden Stoltz. 10 seconds. Stoltz looking. Tried to kick to Fancher. Too strong out of bounds.
Aiden needed to go to the basket there. The defense was strong for Indianola right there to turn him away.
Isaac Kagmarinsky is going to check into the game for Dane Geetings here, who's got 4 fouls. Indianola rolling with almost all the starters with the exception of Charlie Wilmot out of the game. Bennett Brick in. Drew Kingery hands off to Brady Blake. Downhill, and a charge on Brady Blake.
And that wasn't as much contact as what Kingery had earlier, but they call it on this one.
Yeah, and so Dane Geetings immediately back into the game for Isaac Kagmarinsky. Still 50-50 with 1:43 to go.
Neither team has been able to score here for a while, so it may be next basket wins.
Lincoln Vandermolen got it across the timeline for the Eagles and gives to Dane Geetings. Geetings will give to Aiden Stoltz. Stoltz to Vandermolen, back to Geetings. Left wing for Geetings. He's looking for Vandermolen, open look from 3! Off the mark. Rebounded by Kingery, but fouled by Breams. That's the second on Breams, the 9th on the team, so Kingery's going to go to the line to shoot.
The wrong guy to foul there probably, but he did miss one earlier, I think.
Yes, he did.
But he is, if you're Indianola, you got to like putting your star player to the line here.
Final Champion Seed game reset of the night here. 1:22 to go in the fourth quarter. 50-50 our score. Drew Kingery at the line for Indianola. He'll knock down the first free throw as Indianola goes out in front, 51-50. In case you missed it, presented by the Tri-County Veterinary Clinic Veterinarians. It's been just back and forth all night long as Indianola now claims a 2-point lead with Drew Kingery knocking down a pair of one-on-one free throws, or knocking down both shots on a one-on-one for the free throws.
Lincoln traveled there, got away with it.
Yep, that was In Case You Missed It, presented by the Veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic.
They're the veterinarians.
Vision for last time out by Coach Bohr will let us run down our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard one final time here this evening. And we're going to run it down in its entirety from what we have thus far. Pella Christian girls basketball fell to Indianola 51-48 earlier this evening here on 92.1 KRLS, 94.3 KNIA, and the Pella Christian YouTube channel. Knoxville boys basketball dominated by Class 3A number 1 ranked Bondurant 95-64. Pella boys bowling lost to Ballard 26-76 to 26-31. Pella girls bowling fell to Ballard 21-74 to 18-37. Pleasantville boys basketball fell to Sadell 60-51. Twin Cedars girls basketball lost to Seymour 43-36. Melcher Dallas girls basketball defeated Mormon Trail 48-43. That's our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. Dane Geetings to Lincoln Vandermolen, back to Geetings. Geetings hands off to Aiden Stoltz. Stoltz working against Glasscock. Kicks back out to Vandermolen. Back to Geetings. Geetings looking to drive. A tough look, no. Rebound tipped out to Glasscock and rebounded by the Indians.
Got it in the lane, but just kind of an awkward shot. Great defense by Indianola to keep him out of there.
So Braden Dre with 36 seconds to go, 20 seconds on the shot clock. He's going to try to dribble down the clock as far as he can go, and a full vision for last time out by Coach Ebling and Indianola. They're going to draw something up here in the final 30 seconds. So, what a night this game has been. This game has had, I mean, this doubleheader has had just about everything we could ask for.
Very entertaining night for those here in the gym and having a great time. I hope the people watching at home, I know of at least one that's sitting at home that is probably tearing his recliner apart as he's watching the game. So, you know, it's got to be exciting.
What's the name you got in mind there? One guy, you said, was sitting in his recliner tearing up his chair.
He had just had surgery on his hip, so that's why he's not here.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I remember you telling me that on Tuesday now. I was drawing a blank, but the entire side of the gym, I'm thankful we're above everyone because everybody is on their feet.
If we were sitting in a regular seat, no.
Everybody's on their feet on this side at least. The other side, not so much. You've got the five faithful students from Indianola over there making up their student section. Almost everybody here on our side that you can see on the Pella Christian YouTube channel on their feet for the final 30.4 seconds. Inbounding, it's Bennett Brick. He gets it to Braden Dre. Defended by Aiden Stoltz. Able to get across the timeline. He's going to drive, gets to the basket. The runner is off the mark, rebounded by Lincoln Vandermolen. Aiden Stoltz the other way. Stoltz is fouled.
No shots, though, so that's probably good for Pella Christian at this point. No free throws here. They can go for the 2 for the tie or maybe 3 for the win.
That's the fourth on Dre, though. That's the first problem, and now the next one is free throws. And now a vision for less timeout by Coach Bohr. And my goodness, what a night it has been here on Eagle Lane. The Pella Christian and Indianola squads they are having themselves a very fun night. And we're laughing because we got the confirmation. He's at home, tearing up the recliner right now watching this one. And I don't know if I have enough to say about this doubleheader.
It's been a fun night.
I mean, the girls,
this was nothing to prove by either team. Indianola's going to win the conference. That's done.
Exactly.
Pella Christian's not going to change their tournament trail because that's already set. So it's just play basketball and learn from it and have a good time. And I think the players are having a good time, and I know everybody in this gym is having a good time.
Yeah, it's been just a phenomenal night here of basketball. Regardless of the outcome, what a turnaround from Tuesday night where we walked home with 2 32-point losses under our belt. Dane Geetings got to the basket and he lays it in. Tie game. A Randall Roofing raised the roof moment of the game. Bennett Brick, though, with a 3 on the other end. And a raised the roof moment of the game presented by the Indianola YMCA. Oh, my goodness.
Back-to-back great plays by both teams.
Bennett Brick with the biggest shot of the night.
What they do? They called
full timeout. Vision for last timeout here.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe he'd called a foul, but he was called the timeout.
Yeah, Pella Christian.
They put 4 seconds back on the clock. That's what they did. Yeah.
Yeah, Dane Geetings drove to the basket, laid it in to tie the game at 52-52.
Hey, but
Indianola quickly pushed ahead, and Bennett Brick calmly knocked down the three.
What great presence for Indianola, though, to just get that ball up the floor quick, not call the timeout, just get the ball up the floor quick before Pella Christian can set up their defense, knock down the three. And even, you know, if he misses it, it's going to not leave much time for Pella Christian to get up the floor to make a go-ahead shot either. So great execution there by Indianola.
Yeah, this game is wild. So we had another raise-the-roof moment of the game presented by Randall Roofing for Dane Geetings there. When the moment arises and it's time for a new roof, think Randall Roofing. And another raise-the-roof moment of the game on the Bennett Brick 3. No matter where you are on your journey, the Y is where you can be, belong, and become. Explore their offerings to discover new ways to connect to your purpose, potential, and each other at your Indianola YMCA.
4 seconds, plenty of time to get the ball up the floor. Oh, now we're going to get a timeout.
Yeah, Coach Ebling wants a full timeout. He wanted to see how Pella Christian was going to set up here on the inbound play. And just, wow, what a night. I just can't say it enough. These two teams have, really brought it tonight, and I haven't seen Indianola play once this season. I saw Pella Christian on Tuesday night. The turnaround from what we saw on Tuesday night, for both teams, this has been
like I said,
very fun.
The way Pella Christian played Tuesday night was just total lackluster, not in sync, like they had no idea what they were supposed to do.
Yeah.
They figured it out in the one practice they've had in between to say, okay, we're missing these two guys. We may not have these two guys for the rest of the season. You just never know. And we got to figure out how we're going to play without them. And I think they did that tonight and showed that they were able to go toe-to-toe with the top team in the conference, a very good 4A team. Indianola's going to have their hands full playing in the tournament trail in 4A, but they certainly got the athletes to compete with a lot of schools in that class.
Yeah, I didn't even think to mention the Tyson DeVries and Josiah Voss still out. They have put together a phenomenal effort here. Is Lincoln Vandermolen going to be the inbounder? Kicks to Dane Geetings. Geetings going to fire a fall-away three. It's off the mark, and Indianola hangs on. They come back and win it at the end. But wow, what a night. 55-52, Indianola victors over Pella Christian. A phenomenal showing tonight on senior night for the Eagles basketball teams. Each team falling by just 3 points. Just a matter of 4 points for each team, the difference in the scores. But similar results as Indianola picks up the sweep in a fun doubleheader here this evening. We're going to go ahead. We're going to take a break here inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth, and we'll be back with the Cabinet Design of Pella radio postgame show here on KNIA and KRLS.
Houston's on Main in Milo is home to Milo's best wood oven pizza. But it's not just pizza. From Spaghetti Mondays, Taco Tuesdays, to ribs on Fridays, as well as a full kids menu, adult beverages of every kind, Houston's on Main is the place to eat for everyone. Stop in and enjoy live music or have some fun with karaoke. There's something for everyone at Houston's on Main in Milo.
Thank you again for keeping us strong and growing. From our family here at Houston's, the home of Milo's best wood oven pizza.
It's another Red Hot weekend at Hy-Vee, and we want to help you get stocked up for the big game with our big beverage sale this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. 24 packs of Busch Light are just $21.99. Get select varieties of 12-ounce Red Bull cans for just $2.48. A 24-pack of Hy-Vee One-Step Water is $1.99, and 7-Up 2 liters are 2 for $3. Stop in for our Red Hot weekend big beverage sale this Friday through Sunday at Hy-Vee, home of the best beef in America.
The wipers in the car go swish, 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 swish. The wipers in the car go swish, swish, swish at Central Tire and Auto.
Winter brings slushy, sleety, icy weather that's even more annoying if your wipers can't keep your windshield clean. For tires, front end work, their no appointment oil change, full mechanical work on your vehicle, and the important little things like new wipers, stop and see Sean DeWard and his crew next to Walmart in Pella.
At Central Tire and Auto.
Family owned and operated since 1918, Forest Septic is #1 in the #2 business. Located in central Iowa, Forest Septic Environmental Services has revolutionized the septic industry by having Iowa's first privately owned dewatering facility. Residential or commercial, Forest Septic has a large fleet of trucks named Smelly 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and are all ready for your septic maintenance and repair. #1 in the #2 business, Forest Septic, serving all of central Iowa.
If you have friends or family coming to Pella, make reservations for them to stay in Pella's finest accommodations, the Amsterdam Hotel.
We have many different packages available depending on what they are looking for during their visit.
Our weekend getaway package includes flowers, chocolates, and champagne.
The Visit Pella package has tickets to the Historical Village, Vermeer Windmill, and Pella bucks to spend around town.
And the stay and play package includes golf at Boss Landon.
Find the perfect package for your guests or yourself by visiting royalamsterdam.com for the Amsterdam Hotel on the Bollengracht Pella.
Nothing is tougher on your vehicle than winters in Iowa. From road salt to icy roads to potholes and freezing temps, the last thing you want is to be stranded with a broken down vehicle when winter is at its worst. When it comes to servicing your vehicle this winter, think Southtown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in Indianola. Southtown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram has a team of qualified service technicians qualified to help you with all your service-related needs to keep your vehicle running throughout the cold months ahead. Stop into Southtown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram of Indianola and get your vehicle serviced now.
Greater Iowa Credit Union's Greater Checking is a free account that pays you each month for doing the things you normally do anyway, like buying coffee or donuts. Plus, they have digital tools that make it a cinch to check your balance, deposit checks, or pay bills from anywhere. And with an interest rate over 80 times the national average, it really pays to have Greater Checking. Just go easy on the donuts.
Learn more at gicu.org/greater checking. Rate comparison in accordance with FDIC National Rates Report.
Napa know-how!
Napa and Indianola has these February deals. Napa Extended Life Antifreeze and Coolant just $11.99 each. And Napa Green Antifreeze and Coolant $10.99 each. And they have oil too. Napa Premium Performance Oil $18.99. And Valvoline Full Synthetic Advanced Motor Oil $39.99. These and other great deals at the Napa store in Indianola.
Napa know-how!
Welcome back here on the Cabinet Design of Pella radio postgame show at Cabinet Design of Pella. They expand and enhance your ideas beyond your expectations. Call Mike Blum, the cabinet guy, at Cabinet Design of Pella. What a fun night. Indianola ends up with the sweep. The Indianola girls win 51-48 over Pella Christian. The Indianola boys win 55-52 over Pella Christian. Again, just a phenomenal night here of basketball. And let's not waste any time. Let's go right into our Hormel Foods Radio Key play and player of the game for Pella Christian. Without knowing the stats, I just want you to pick who you would put as your player of the game.
All-around player of the game for either team or for
just PC?
For just PC, I'd have to go with Aiden Stoltz. I think he played his best game by a long shot. Hit some big threes. Dane Geetings had some nice drives to the basket as well, but I think Aiden was able to penetrate, get some layups. It was close between those two, but I'd have to give it to Aiden.
Yeah, because you're giving it to Aiden, I wanted to get a second guy. I thought that his numbers aren't going to show up huge on the stat sheet, I don't think. But I thought the energy that he, started off the night bringing into the gym, Isaac Kakmarinsky is the guy I'm going to go with. I thought he played some absolutely huge minutes, had some critical offensive rebounds. He hit the first three, got the crowd in it early, gave Pella Christian the early boost. That's who I would pick as my player of the game without looking at the numbers.
Well, you didn't ever get to see Isaac's older brother David play when he played basketball, but that guy just had a nose for the basketball. When that ball went up, he came down with a rebound every time. He had such great hands, and he put the ball in softly around the glass. Was an outstanding basketball player along with his great football abilities. But Isaac just has never quite gotten to that point. But tonight, for a little while, I almost saw Dave out there on the floor playing again. And, it was good for him to have a good game here on his last regular season game here at Pella Christian.
Yeah, and I believe we're going to get to talk with him if that's possible. But it looks like Coach Jeff Ebling's making his way up here. That was our Hormel Foods Radio Key player of the game, our key play. I'm going to go with the three-pointer by Isaac Hickman to start the night. And we're going to go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll talk to head coach of the Indianola boys basketball team, Jeff Ebling, after this on KNIA and KRLS on the Captain Design Appella Radio postgame show.
Not all used vehicles are created equal. DeArmond certified used vehicles have a big advantage. What sets us apart is that all used vehicles receive a 175-point inspection, Carfax report, 2 oil changes, collision deductible coverage, wheel dent windshield repair, and repel shield. Also, all DeArmond certified come with 2 warranties, 1 year 12,000-mile bumper to bumper, and a 2-year 100,000-mile powertrain. DeArmond Ford Indianola, DeArmond Automotive Knoxville, DeArmondAuto.com.
With today's interest rates, if you're selling your home and moving, it's as important as ever to make sure that you're bringing as much equity across into your new home. Hi, this is Stephen Patel with Pella Real Estate Services. I recently helped someone sell their home on Columbus Street in Pella for $280,500. Using our Prez Listing Advantage, they saved $5,415. When it's time to sell your home, call 628-1BUY and use the Prez Listing Advantage at Pella Real Estate Services.
It's another red-hot weekend at Hy-Vee, and we want to help you get stocked up for the big game with our big beverage sale this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Pepsi 6-packs are $1.99 each. Select varieties of Gatorade, Propel, and G-Fit are 3 for $4. Bubbly sparkling water is just $2.99, and select varieties of 64-ounce Hy-Vee orange or apple juice are 99 cents, limit 1. Stop in for our Red Hot Weekend Big Beverage Sale this Friday through Sunday at Hy-Vee, home of the best beef in America.
Downey Tire Pros has been proudly serving the local Indianola area since 1992. Downey Tire Pros understands that getting your car fixed or buying new tires can be overwhelming. Let them help you choose from their large selection of tires featuring the top quality brands and tires that fit your needs and budget. They also feature a lifetime road hazard warranty on every tire, giving you peace of mind throughout the life of your tires. So let them earn your business and stop in today or schedule an appointment at Downey Tire Pros in Indianola, where they install peace of mind.
Welcome back here on KNIA and KRLS to the Captain Design Appella Radio postgame show. Talking now with head coach of the Indianola boys basketball team, Jeff Ebling, powered by Hy-Vee. And Coach Ebling, a very hard-fought game from your squad. You guys able to come out on top in this one with a big 55-52 victory over the Eagles. What do you say to you guys in the locker room after a hard-earned win like that?
Well, I mean, Pella Christian did everything that we knew that they were going to do, and they played extremely well. I gave Coach Boer credit there because, down 2 starters and come out and play like they did. Every time we thought we would get a stop, they seemed to hit a big shot. I think they hit 6 threes there in that first half and kind of got them going. And, they did a great job. And our guys were just able enough to kind of settle down there, make little runs there in the third quarter and fourth quarter, kind of get back into it. And then I thought we executed pretty well down the stretch. And, we're happy to get out here with a win. I mean, we did not play our best game. That was evident, but, that's why this conference can be any given night. You got to make sure you show up because you can get beat. And, we were just lucky enough to get away with this one.
Absolutely right. And you had 2 guys in the first half that, really kind of help keep this one close because, right off the bat, Pella Christian jumped out, and I think they got up by 11. You guys were able to weather the storm, pull back within 2 at the end of the first quarter, tie it up at halftime, and Braden Dre and Drew Kingery did a lot of that with 11 points each in that first half. And what can you say about the effort of those 2 guys and making sure that things didn't get out of hand there early on when Pella Christian got the big run to start the game?
Yeah, and we've done that a few times this year. I wish we wouldn't, but we do. And again, though, that was Pella Christian, I think, was a Kaminsky hit a 3 right off the bat, and that was kind of like we weren't really expecting them to shoot that early. And, they did a really good job. And luckily, Braden and Drew there, they got, I guess you can say, on track a little bit there late in the first quarter and second quarter and kind of pulled us back in that game. And, it's nice to have those 2, a point guard and a 4-year starter. They've been through some of these tough games, especially over here, and it's never easy. And we're lucky to have their leadership tonight to kind of pull us through.
Absolutely right. And in the second half, a guy that came up big and he ends up hitting what ended up being the game-winning shot. Bennett Brick coming off the bench knocks down that 3-pointer, finishes the game with 13 points. He was huge for you guys down the stretch. What can you say about his ability to come off the bench and provide huge minutes like he did tonight?
I mean, I think he hit 3 threes, I think, tonight. I mean, those were all in very important times to get us going there, to start a little comeback there in the second half. And I think one, get even closer, and then obviously the one in transition there after they just went to tie it up. And, some coaches, they might call timeout with 8 seconds, but we're kind of, hey, let's get it in. Let's see if we can get it up the floor and see if we can, get to the, I mean, if it's a tie game, if we can get to the rim, great. If not, kick it out, and one of you guys go ahead and shoot it. The worst case scenario is we're probably going to OT. So, I thought he did a great job. He caught it. He was in rhythm. I'm just proud of the way he stepped up for us, that we needed him to hit that shot, and he did. Again, it's another senior, stepping up when we need him to, and he did a great job tonight.
Yeah, it was a fantastic game. Before we move on to the looking ahead, what are some of the things you're looking for from your guys to, maybe just see a little bit of improvement? I know you said off the air to me that, you're going to learn a lot from the tape. What are some of those things that jump out right off the bat in your mind, without having seen that tape yet?
Well, I mean, on the defensive end, our closeouts weren't very good. I mean, Pella Christian really got wherever they wanted to. Defensively, we finally, about the fourth quarter, we felt like we were kind of controlling that. Better, not great, but better. And, just kind of losing focus. There's times we left some shooters wide open. We didn't rotate very well. It was just one of those nights where we just didn't play our best on the defensive end. And, and we were lucky to get out of here with a win. I'm the first one to say it. Like I said, they played great. We just happened to make more plays down the stretch. And, sometimes basketball, it can be, you're feeling pretty good, and the next moment it can just turn on you. And we were just lucky enough to get that win tonight. But like I said, I hope Pella Christian represents the little Hawkeye great in the 2A. I think they can go do some real work in their brackets and things like that. And, they're once they get those two other guys back, they're going to be a strong team to beat, just like they always are in the postseason. So, wish them the best. And we're gonna take some rest here. Coming to Pella 2 times out of 3 days. It's time to get a little rest here before we go play Des Moines East on Tuesday.
Yeah, you talk about playing Des Moines East on Tuesday. Before you got another big one with the number 1 team in Class 3A, Bondurant Farrar. How do you guys go about making sure that you're fresh next week and ready to go ahead of the postseason?
Well, I mean, rest is going to be important. Even at school, we got kids with some illnesses, just like every other school right now. That illness bug it's February, so it usually goes around right about now. So we're going to make sure, we get some rest this weekend. And we're really just focusing on Des Moines East right now. They have some really good pieces there. They're physical, they're quick, they're getting better and better, offensively, and we're going to have our work cut out for us, especially going up there to their gym. So, just like every other night, we always tell our guys, hey, when we are ranked, you're the game that teams circle. You're the kind of the target, so you got to make sure you embrace that, but you got to make sure that you're going to get their best effort every night. We got to come out and make sure we play well from the tip to the end of the game, and, we'll come out Tuesday, be ready to go.
Absolutely, Coach Ebling. Thanks for joining us. Best of luck as you guys get ready for the postseason against Des Moines East and against Bondurant Farrar, and go represent the Little Hawkeye well for in Indianola.
We'll try our best. Thank you.
Absolutely. That was head coach of the Indianola boys basketball team, Jeff Ebling, powered by Hy-Vee. We'll be back on the Cabin Design of Pella Radio postgame show after this on KNIA and KRLS.
Check out these hot deals at your Indianola Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee orange or apple juice, just 99 cents a bottle. Small avocados, 49 cents each. Philadelphia cream cheese, 2 for $5. Nabisco snack crackers, toasted chips or Teddy Grahams, 2 for $5. Gatorade, Propel or G-Fit, 3 bottles for $4. And 3 for $12 with a purchase of 3 Pepsi products. This week at your Indianola Hy-Vee.
Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle.
When your commercial heating and cooling system isn't performing well, you need a solution as soon as possible. When that happens, Heinz Mechanical is ready to get your system back in working order. Our experienced technicians can take on any obstacle your business comfort system throws at you, whether it's time for an emergency repair, a regular tune-up, or a new system installation. Schedule your appointment by calling Steve at Heinz Mechanical, 515-337-2074. Heinz Mechanical, we fix it right the first time, specializing on commercial properties.
Calvin Orthopedics and Sports Medicine gives you access to experienced board-certified surgeons that will work to get you back in the game. They treat patients from across Iowa, including right here in Indianola. If pain is leaving you unable to enjoy your favorite outdoor activities, Calvin Orthopedics has an office right down the road inside the Indianola Specialty Clinic. Call today at 515-440-2676 or use the convenient online tool to request an appointment. Don't go another day letting that nagging injury or soreness keep you on the sidelines. Let Capital Orthopedics and Sports Medicine work on getting you back in the game. When shopping around for your internet provider, convenience is key. IMU Fiber's local and community-focused customer care reduces wait time for support, improves response time for service issues, brings hometown values to broadband services. IMU Fiber delivers a better broadband experience to Indianola homes and businesses. Utilizing a future-proof fiber network platform, they provide unmatched reliability so their customers will experience fewer service slowdowns and interruptions. Did I mention no contracts, no data caps, and no fine print? Just great service from people you know. IMU Fiber in Indianola.
Welcome back on the Cabinet Design Appellate Radio post-game show. With our continuing coverage of Iowa High School athletics, we're joined now by head coach of the Pella Christian boys basketball team, J.D. Bohr, powered by Hy-Vee. Coach, I just got to start with this part. We talked Tuesday after the loss to Dallas Center Grimes, and there was some frustration because there wasn't a ton of fight, to use the words that I heard you say on Tuesday. You guys came out against Indianola here tonight, and that wasn't the case at all. What did you say to your guys over the last 48 hours that really struck a chord with them, you think?
Yeah, we talked about competing. That's really all we talked about was just, can we just compete? Because, I felt like on Tuesday we were dealt some injuries on Saturday night, and I felt like on Tuesday our guys kind of made excuses for ourselves. Like we kind of just felt like, it's everything's against us. This is going to be really hard, and I thought we gave in. And we talked about how, you get things in life, things a lot more important than basketball that are just going to be hard, and are you going to run from those things and make excuses, or are you just going to keep getting after it? And in life, you just got to keep going. And we talked about how we need to do that here on the basketball floor. We got to figure out ways to just continue to compete. Nobody expects it to be easy. Doing anything important in life, it's always going to be hard. And I thought we competed well tonight. I was really proud of our guys for the way that we responded to that. I thought we played with passion. And I thought, even though, you look at this week, right, and you got Dallas Center Grimes, Indianola at home, they both go into the record book as losses. They both hurt in their own ways. But I was proud of the way that the guys competed tonight.
Yeah, and they got off to a great start there. I believe it was 16-5 in the early going in that first quarter. You guys got off to a really good run there to start the game. And I think that one of the plays of the game, in my opinion, was the Isaac Kagmerinsky 3 to start off the game. Yeah. I don't have the numbers in front of me. I want to say that's probably his first 3 of the season, maybe of his career. But, that was a huge shot to start things off to get the scoring started. How big was that start for your guys, just confidence-wise, following that loss Tuesday?
Yeah, I still kind of believe in the theory of you start your seniors on senior night, right? And that's maybe gone away in certain areas, but we did that tonight. Isaac got his first start of his career after battling some injuries last year and really playing his way into an important role on our team this year. And, he's definitely a capable shooter, and then he came out and made one. And actually, I think each one of our seniors made a 3 in the first quarter, which was really, really cool to see, just the way that those guys competed. The way those guys set the tone early. And just super proud of those guys. Just the way that they've continued to battle and just personify what it means to be an Eagle. They did a great job tonight. And, Isaac was hustling all night. And, obviously not known for necessarily scoring or shooting the ball, but to see him get one going there was a great sign.
Absolutely. Another senior, too, Aiden Stoltz, here on senior night, putting together arguably one of his best games offensively this season. I know at times it's been a struggle for him to get going, and shots just haven't necessarily fallen for him. Tonight finishes with, by my count, 13 points, and, a great effort from him. What was he able to do offensively that really allowed him to kind of get going and have one of his better offensive games of the year?
Yeah, I just thought I thought he moved the ball really well altogether, and I thought he was able to find his spots a little bit. He was aggressive. He felt like he was just playing with a little more freedom maybe than he has been, which is good to see. I think Aiden's a heck of a player, and I think he's going to continue to be a big part of what we're doing moving forward here as we get into the tournament trail. So it's great to see him playing some of his best basketball here this evening, and I think it should be a sign of things to come for him.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it should be as well. And, want to give credit to your opponent here tonight with Indianola. They were, very, very good. They matched physicality-wise. What about them? I know they're a ranked team in Class 4, but what about them just makes them such a difficult matchup?
Yeah, they're so hard to guard. They are so hard to guard. They got so many guys that can go make a play. I was thinking to myself that we did a really good job on Drew Kingery tonight, and I think they got him for 18 points, which is like, wait a second. I thought we did great on him. He still scored 18 points. And then they just got different guys that step up. Bennett Brick, obviously, making some shots down the stretch, and obviously the last one. It's just they got a lot of seniors, and they play like it, right? Like, man, we gave them a great run here tonight, and I thought maybe we could get them to panic a little bit going into the fourth quarter, but they never panicked. They stayed the course and were able to make just one more play than we did tonight.
Absolutely right. And, I know that there was some frustrations, overall with, the amount of turnovers that ended up building up. I know that there was some belief that some of those weren't the case. As you guys go forward, how do you make sure that that's something that doesn't carry over into future games, and that, you could just play with a little bit more freedom and, kind of leave some of the frustration in the past with turnovers, if you will?
Yeah, that's just the continued growth of our team. I thought we were able to move on from some tough things today. We were able to battle back in some spots when we got behind. And defensively, that really keyed us. But as far as turnovers, those are just part of the game. And some of them were frustrating. Some of them, you just got to be able to dump it and move on. Things happen in the course of a game. And as coaches, you get caught up in those moments too sometimes, and you get frustrated. But it is what it is. Basketball, it's just the way it goes sometimes. So,
absolutely right. And now that the regular season has concluded for you guys will now have to wait until next Thursday, a week from the last time you guys were on the court. You'll get the winner of Pleasantville and Cardinal. Obviously, we don't know that opponent yet, but the first part of this question I want to go with is, how do you guys stay mentally sharp, so that an effort like this doesn't go by the wayside and you come out flat next Thursday when you begin the postseason?
How do we stay mentally sharp? I think you got to find ways to get rest, but you just got to continue to remind guys to compete. Tomorrow we're going to stay off the basketball court. We're going to go to the bowling alley, and we're going to compete. You know what I mean? Like, we're going to compete at the bowling alley. Like, that's fun. We got to learn how to have fun when we're competing. And I love this time of year. You can really dial into opponents, and this is where you really start to see other guys emerge, even maybe guys who aren't playing that often, because they become so critical to our practices. The way that we start doing some scout team, I really look forward to that.
Yeah, and, obviously two teams that you guys haven't seen yet this year, Cardinal and Pleasantville, will be the winner. I know that it's a game where it's, not maybe Wilton, which is a team that you could potentially see down the road, and I know that that's probably got to be a thought that's going to, creep into the mind of some of the guys, because you guys have seen Wilton already this year. You know how good Wilton is. How do you make sure that they don't look ahead to Wilton and make sure that they're focused on getting to that game against Wilton before they start truly focusing on that game?
Yeah, I actually think it's pretty simple. There's one thing that's guaranteed for us as far as this season goes, and that's a game on Thursday. And then there's nothing beyond that guaranteed for us, right? So when we take that practice floor on Wednesday, that could be the last time that we practice together as a team, right? And instilling that mindset in these guys is really important. You take this one game at a time and you enjoy it. I'm looking forward to that, just enjoying that process.
And we're going to enjoy the process along with you. We're looking forward to it, Coach Bohr, and best of luck on Thursday with either Pleasantville or Cardinal.
Yeah, appreciate you, Tyler.
Absolutely. That was head coach of the Pella Christian Boys basketball team, J.D. Bohr, powered by Hy-Vee. Be right back after this. Talk to Isaac Kakmarinsky, senior for the Pella Christian Boys basketball team. After this on the Kevin Design of Pella Radio postgame show.
The Pella community features wonderful Dutch architecture all around town, but there's one place in downtown Pella that takes you right into the heart of Amsterdam. A beautiful brick walk featuring a winding canal, a working drawbridge, and a classic old-world atmosphere. Welcome to the Molengracht, home to Pella's finest lodging at the Amsterdam Hotel. Dining with Liberty Street Kitchen and Oriental Express, Beautiful You Salon, Pella Nail Salon, the Pella Window and Door Showroom, and many service businesses. You can even take in a movie at Pella Cinemas. Good luck to our local sports teams from the Molengracht in Pella.
You'll drive away happy. The Pella Motors guarantee.
At Pella Motors, we won't be beat on price, period. So if you're looking for a great deal on a brand new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram, and saving big money makes you happy, Pella Motors will not be beat on price, period.
You'll drive away happy. The Pella Motors guarantee.
Welcome back here on the Cabin Design of Pella Radio post-game show. With our continuing coverage of Iowa high school athletics, we're joined now by senior forward for the Pella Christian boys basketball team, Isaac Kekmarinsky. And Isaac, a fun way to end the regular season for you guys with Indianola, a very good contest. Unfortunately, you guys come out on the wrong side of that contest, but overall, your senior night game, what's the feeling like walking off the court here from this one? You know, knowing that you guys had a really good battle and were right there against a really good squad in Class 4A.
Yeah, you know, it never feels good to lose a game like that, but I'm just really proud of our guys. You know, our whole team came together, and we battled really hard against a really good team, and we left it all out there. And at the end of the day, that's all you can ask for. We wish the score would have been the other way, but proud of our guys.
Yeah, you guys competed very well, and I got to ask, too, you knocked down the three-pointer to start the game. I'm pretty sure that's the first of the season. Is that your first of your career?
First on varsity, yes.
First varsity three-pointer. So a very cool thing today. What was that like, getting to knock that down to get the scoring started here in a very great atmosphere for senior night?
Yeah, it felt great. You know, our team was moving the ball well, and there was an open look, and just let it fly.
And you've kind of become known as a hustle guy. You go in there, you provide some crucial minutes. You may not light up the scoreboard with you know, a ton of points, but you go out there and you make critical plays that maybe don't show up in the stat sheet. What is it about your mentality that allows you to go out there and make those types of plays that maybe will go unrecognized at the end of the day?
You know, I don't know. I guess it's just, you know, my coaches and my teammates, we all just love each other, and it doesn't really matter who gets the credit at the end of the day. We all go out there and we play for each other, and we play as hard as we can, and just let everything else fall where it may.
That's a good mentality to have. And want to talk to you. Just signed to continue your football and academic career at Dordt. You know, obviously a school that a lot of people here in the city are going to be familiar with. What was it about Dordt that really drew your interest to, you know, continue your academic and football careers there at Dordt?
Yeah, you know, it just felt like they were really congruent on everything that they were doing, both their academics and their athletics with football. They're all just one community. Their football team, all the guys were working towards one goal. You could tell the coaches cared about their players. They loved the Lord, and they really just brought everything that they had. And the same thing on the academic side. You know, talking with professors, talking with the admissions counselors, they were all just really good people and doing everything for the right reasons.
Absolutely, and I got to ask, too, have you decided on a major at Dordt as well?
Yeah, I'll be studying exercise science.
Perfect. And what about exercise science drew your interest to make that the career choice?
You know, ever since, I don't know, probably middle school, I've been just really interested in how the body works, and hopefully that'll lead into a career in strength and conditioning, which I'm really, really excited about. So I guess we'll just go through that and see what happens.
Absolutely. Isaac, thanks for joining us. I know a tough way to end the regular season here with a loss to Indianola, but a phenomenal game. And, again, congrats on signing with Dordt, and we'll look forward to following your career there and following you the rest of this basketball season.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely. That was Isaac Kekmarinsky of the Pella Christian boys basketball team here on the Captain Design of Pella Radio postgame show. One more segment after this on KNIA and KRLS.
At Delivery.com, we work with more than a dozen Pella restaurants to bring hot and fresh food right to you at your home or business for lunch and dinner. Unlike the competition, when we're open for orders, we have drivers staffed ready to deliver, which is how we operate a 95% on-time rate. And for a limited time, our delivery fee is only $3.99. So when life gets busy or you just don't want to cook, check out Delivery.com and see all the great local Pella restaurants that are available for delivery today. That's Delivery.com.
As we're settling in for another Iowa winter, think about what the cold weather does to your garage door. Low temperatures can cause lubrication problems, metal to contract, and springs to become brittle. And consistent wet weather can cause your door to swell. Those things can lead to big problems, like your door getting stuck or not working at all. And that's the last thing you want to deal with in the freezing cold. Make sure those things don't happen by calling DeYoung Door Service for an inspection of your garage door today.
Hi, this is Kurt DeYoung. We're the gurus of garage doors. DeYoung Door Service in Pella.
Welcome back one final time here on the Captain Design of Pella Radio postgame show. And take a look at tonight's final stats presented by the Verdeft Agency. Again, these are all unofficial numbers, so they may or may not be correct. Braden Dre with 11 points for Indianola, 19 for Drew Kingery, 5 for for Dakota Heimbaugh, 6 for Casey Glasscock, and 13 for Bennett Brick, with the 3 most important of the night. For Pella Christian, their final stats: 14 points for Dane Geetings, 13 for Aiden Stoltz, 6 apiece for Isaiah Breams and Jack Fancher, 3 for Lincoln Vandermolen, 5 for Isaac Kakmarinsky, and 2 for Caleb Van Arendonk. Those are tonight's final stats presented by the Verdeft Agency. Let Chad Lance or Larry examine your stats and customize an insurance plan for you. The Verdeft Agency, providing complete courteous service to the Pella area for nearly 100 years. The road ahead presented by Pella Motors for Pella Christian. As we mentioned, Thursday, February 16th, Pleasantville and Cardinal. The winner of that game will be here on Eagle Lane. That will be a 7 p.m. tip-off. I imagine pregame's at 6:30 or 6:45. I'm not 100% sure. Stay tuned for that one on 92.1 KRLS. Trevor Castle will have the call for that one. That is the Road Ahead presented by Pella Motors. You'll drive away happy. That's the Pella Motors guarantee. The Road Ahead presented by Downey Tire Pros. Locally owned, Downey Tire Pros, your home for hassle-free service in Indianola. The Indianola boys will be at Des Moines East on Tuesday. That game will not be aired anywhere. That game tips off at 7:45 p.m. The next broadcast for Indianola basketball, as of right now, is Thursday, February 16th against Bondurant Farrar. And that one is a boys-only game again, 94.3 KNIA. I believe 7 p.m. pregame is what I have down on my sheet. Andrew Swadner on the call for that one. That's the Road Ahead presented by Downey Tire Pros. Locally owned Downey Tire Pros, your home for hassle-free service in Indianola. In closing, presented by Leighton State Bank. And, again, a fun doubleheader. Indianola walks away with the sweep. A pair of three-point wins on both sides. 51-48 was the girls' final. 55-52, the Indianola boys winning. Overall, though, much better night than we saw Tuesday night. And so a lot of fun here this evening for these contests. You've been listening, or that's In Closing, presented by Leighton State Bank. Grow strong with us. You've been listening to the Cabinet Design of Pella radio post-game show at Cabinet Design of Pella. They expand and enhance your ideas beyond your expectations. Call Mike Blom, the cabinet guy, at Cabinet Design of Pella. And we are going to send it back to Kathy Molly in the studio. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in to Pella Christian and Indianola basketball here on KNIA, KRLS, and the Pella Christian YouTube channel.